Yo, 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 yo. We are back again and again and again.
Oh boy.
Welcome back, ladies
What a week.
and gentlemen,
Woo!
Jews and Gentiles.
Can we say that nowadays?
Knicks, to the Knicks in 6 podcast.
Oh, man.
I am your humble and gracious host.
Oh, man. If he's your man.
And Van Dam. Guru, only if I'm your mans. Because if we not mans, don't call me Guru. And I'm here joined once again, by my guy.
Find me. I'm out here. I'm in these streets. Yeah, we here. Sean Harris. You're hearing from me first. That's the government right there. Find me. Get at me. Tag me. Whatever. Let's get to it. Let's just get to it. Wait. They gotta know Smooth Fair.
That's what I'm saying. I gotta shout out sponsors. I know we're in a rush.
I'm so excited.
This pod is brought to you once again by the Smooth Family Network. Cha cha cha. You can find us everywhere at Smooth Family ENT and at Knicks In 6 IX Pod. You can find me everywhere at Frostmon Guru, and Sean will find you. And trust me, he's looking.
If you can't find me, that means you probably blocked me in the past already. Go through your list and look for the name at the bottom.
He's looking definitely after this week. And what a week it was, ladies and gentlemen.
How was your week?
It was emotional. It was emotional. That's all I'm going to say.
It still stings a little.
It was as emotional a week as I've had as a Knicks fan. I'm going to say legitimately since Hawks series 2021. It was emotional as the week I've had since we absolutely sold to the Hawks in the playoffs. Let's not bury the lead here, ladies and gentlemen. We have a new team. We have a new teammate at the expense of
mates.
Mates. I'm sorry. I'm very crazy. We got 3 new teammates at the expense of losing 2 of our young boys, man.
Oh, man.
Of our young boys.
Oh, man. Why you have to say it like that? That hurts. It hurts when you do it like that.
We raised them. They were raised by us in Knicks lore.
Pups. We see them come up. First extension, sign of a rookie that we drafted in the high long.
It's pain. That's all I'm going to tell y'all is that it's pain. Knicks trade RJ Barrett, Emmanuel Quickly, and the Detroit Pistons 2nd round pick, which is valuable because
which is a good pick.
Fucking man. Let's be clear. That's a very valuable second.
That's the best second you can get.
That is easily going to be the 31st pick in the 2024 NBA draft. You can book it. You
can sneeze and make that a 27 first round pick, dog. It don't take much to move that up into the first round.
You can get the Detroit Pistons second and $10, and that'll get you into the first round.
That'll get you the first, exactly.
But yes, for Rowan Barrett Jr. and Emmanuel Quickly. Pain. And we got OG and Anunoby.
Yes. Precious Achiuwa
from the Bronx. From the Bronx and Malachi Flynn. And we gonna get into that. We're gonna get into that in more depth. But I just needed to put that out there from the get-go, you know?
So you don't so you want to save that for
I want to save
the rundown of the week?
Yes.
All right, so then
listen, I'm gonna save that for when we get to the game.
No, I get it.
And then deep dive.
This is the Uncle Murder yearly wrap up. No, I get it. We about to wrap up 2023.
And all the kings we left there.
Yeah, I get it. By all means.
Because it's a journey, not a sprint. We're gonna get into it. But Let's start with the Knicks picks reviews. As y'all know, we traded our guys, so we know that. Yeah. We got that out of the way. All right?
Yes.
It's pain. We're going to dive deep in the Rowan report. Final Rowan report of forever.
Forever. And ever. Never. Like, oh, my God. Man. Y'all already know what the answer is for that one.
Yeah.
Y'all know the grade.
It's not even, I can't even break the leave with that either. Yeah. Whew. All right, so let's get into it. Knicks picks reviews. Yes. We play 5 teams this week: Thunder, Magic, Pacers, T-Wolves, and Bulls. We didn't get a chance to preview the Bulls, but I said
we did say
2-2, a 2-2 week. And I'll add the Bulls. I'll even say I knew we would win the Bulls. You also called the Bulls win, so I'll give it a 3-2 week, right? You said 3-1, which means 4-1.
I said 3-1.
But you was not confident about it. I'm gonna give you that.
Yeah. Okay. I remember.
You was not.
I remember the wind down. We was like, in reality, it could easily be the worst week we had since the beginning of the season.
Yes. You had us losing until we got to the T-Wolves. I had us losing to the Thunder and the T-Wolves. All right, so let's start it off. Thunder, Knicks. God. We gonna go from pain to prosperity. Knicks lose to Thunder, ladies and gentlemen, and let me tell you, I was mad as hell, but not really, because to be clear with you, that brother Shai Gilgeous is him.
So good.
He's very good.
So good.
Knicks lose to Thunder 129 to 120. Highlights of the game: Shai Gilgeous Alexander being him with 36, 8, and 7. Jalen Williams went nut
in the fourth quarter.
Oh my God, he was cooking us. Why he did us like that? He did us like that? I don't understand why he did us like that at all. 36 and 3 assists. That means all he was out there doing was getting chips. Chips. Chet Holmgren, Chet you betcha, with 22, 5, and 1. I have a theory about Chet Holmgren I got to get off. I feel like me and Breezy might have gotten this off previously, but I just want to reiterate for the viewing public. Chet Holmgren is good at the sport of basketball. I want y'all to know this. Why do I know this? Because I was watching Chet Holmgren when he was on Ball is Life, TikToks and stuff like that, and I was at him. And I used to be like, yo, why is this skinny white kid out here cooking like this? Right? I was like, there's no way, right? I knew this brother Chet Holmgren was going to be him. I watched the McDonald's All-American game, right? I saw this skinny white boy out there give all these brothers chips. All of them. And I was like, oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, he might be really good at the sport. He might be really good. And he had a year off. He broke his foot. I remember he broke his foot playing in the Drew League. So he had the year off. And he came back and just got a little ock. Because he's not the slim boy he is no more. He got a little ock. And he out here blocking.
Compared to what he was before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now he's out here blocking everything.
Yeah.
Yo. No. What am I looking at here?
He's everything we thought Wembanyama was going to be. He's doing it.
And they said Chet and Wemby don't like each other, so they about to have a skinny him off.
Yeah, good. A slim off.
A slim off is crazy. Well, we had Julius Randle with 25 and 9. Oh man, he had a good game. He's having a good bump.
That's all he's doing. That's all he does.
Jalen Brunson 24, 7 and 4. Dante with 17 and 2. Our boys that got traded, Emmanuel quickly had a good game. We had a good game, 22 and 2.
Yeah, 20 something in that game.
Yeah, 22 and 2. Rowan with 14, 4 and 4. God, it's a bad game.
There's not much to say when we still got. All right, I'm letting you cook, bro. You got this. You got this. What am I supposed to say? Shaw is him. They got Chet. You bet. You feel me? And RJ. Yeah.
I'm saying their three best players showed up to play ball.
Yeah.
And two of our three best players did not. Did not. I want to say that this was the point in time where I was like, okay, we have to start Emmanuel quickly. We have to start. He has to be the third leading scorer because RJ's too inconsistent. He's way too consistent. So you might as well just put him in a starting lineup and just let that brother find a way. Like, I knew we would give up sides if we put Emmanuel quickly in the starting lineup. I've said that. I knew we would give up our point guard of the bench if we put Emmanuel quickly in our starting lineup. But this game was like, yo, once again, if we're going to compete with the elite team, and let's give OKC their credit. This year, they're an elite team. They're running through the West. Like, it's nothing with Shea and Chet. Like, just two cats out here hooping. And I'm sitting here like, yo, we look crazy against the elite teams. We look crazy against the elite teams. It is blowing minds. Like, right. And this is to segue into post trade. How I don't think we no longer are crazy against the elite team. But I'm sitting here like, yo, what is going on? I want to say that Knicks Twitter was giving us like, yo, do we need to put RJ on the bench? Like, we was really getting into those level conversations on Knicks Twitter. And I feel like once we got there, I felt like the writing was on the wall. I'm not even gonna lie to you. The writing was on the wall. I was stunned. You were stunned. I mean, but I shouldn't have been stunned. See, we're going back and forth here. You kind of, are we talking about some of this RJ trade right now? Because I'm giving you the prelude as to the thought. I want to know how far I can go with this one here because it's hard to talk about RJ and not. He's a very complicated figure right now because he's a boy, our best draft pick we've had in forever, position wise, like position in the draft wise. He was a number 3 pick. He is. We ain't get better. Overall. Yeah. 3. Overall. 3. We got KP at 4. I mean, those were so what KP was. You know, we got 3. And abysmal. Just 2, 3, 4 weeks of just the worst basketball we have ever seen. Like tour dates. When they was talking about Julius Randle was putting up tour dates numbers when he was coming back from injury. Should I say that slander for RJ? RJ has found new ways to just look. All right, anyway. There's no way there's no reason to beat a dead horse here. It's another game that I chalk up to RJ Barrett. Just like the Utah Jazz game. I'm not gonna lie, he got about 4 of those. Yeah, since I started tracking that. Yeah, since starting to track that from the Utah game, he got about 4 on him alone. And other people had bad shooting games. Brunson has had weird streaks of just bad shooting lately. Yeah. But RJ has been consistently horrific. Yes. Woo. Correct. It's correct. Consistent. It's tough. Like, it's basically the only thing he's been consistent at is being some fucking men. And I hate that. I really do hate that. Because we liked him. We tried. Yeah. But moving on. We're not going to be a dead horse. This is the game. This game right here. Like, I want to say that the Thunder game warmed me up to the idea that RJ might have to go. This game confirmed it for me. I'm not even going to bullshit you. Like, this game confirmed it to me. I was like, no. Bro. Yeah. Once again, and the crazy thing about, like, RJ games, like the games where you're like, all right, he's kind of mid. Like, the stat line don't really tell you the whole story. And I feel like that's where we have our problems with. Because Knicks lose 117-108. I know I was looking towards this game. I was magic. Yo, I was heated. This was my litmus test. As you said, yep, you're correct. Litmus test. We are the Magic's litmus test. And they passed on this. this game right here, and I'm not even going to shit on RJ, right? Because yes, it confirmed to me that like, yo, I think more so it confirmed to me that I think we're at the ceiling with this team. With as currently constructed, this is the ceiling. If we can't beat Orlando, Orlando is not a bad team. Like, I'm not even saying they submit. Like, Paolo Banchero, I love Paolo Banchero. I really do. I think he's a young Melo, like young Melo. I like the way he play ball. I like the way Franz Wagner plays ball.
Yep.
I like the way they play ball. I like the way they play. So
I had to learn their center. Batadas,
Batajis, whatever.
Yeah, Goga. I had to learn him in the game. I was gaining so much respect watching him play. I'm like, okay,
he was cooking.
Okay, yeah.
He was bringing
nothing too crazy, but a good game. I was like, yeah. They got a team. So they got a squad.
So Franz and Paolo really cooked us like something serious. Like, it was nasty. They was taking turns. I was like, this is what we do to people. Like, the fuck? I was mad as hell because I'm like, this is what we do. We cook teams with the 1-2 punch. And they literally was taking time. Why do we have Franz Wagner with 11 for 19, cooking us something serious? Paolo was cooking us something serious. I was like, oh no, we can't do this. We cannot do this. We cannot do this, bro. Jalen Brunson had a terrible game. 4 for 15. He was getting clamped. I can't even bullshit it. He was getting clamped. It actually was blown mods. I was like, why is Jalen Brunson getting clamped this way? He should not be getting clamped this way at all. At all. So credit to Jalen Suggs. He was clamping him up. Julius, another great Julius game. He's been having a month. I give credit where credit was due. He's the only one that showed up. 38, 12, and 6. But my whole point is that if Jalen Brunson has a terrible game, which is not really often, like he's had like a string of like 2 or 3 on him games.
He's allowed to have that because he's so consistently there, dependable. No, it's cool.
You gotta cut him some slack, especially his usage rate being as high as it is. So for Julius to have a good game, and we need RJ to step up, and him to only give us 19, and you're making over $100 million a year. It's nasty work. Emmanuel Quickly also did not step up this game.
No.
12 points, 4 for 10. Josh Hart also did not step up this game. This tells me that this told me, bro, it's time. It's time. And I said it in multiple Knicks chats that I'm in. I said, it's time, bro. Like, I'm sorry. I can't watch this shit often like this no more, knowing that, yes, we're good enough to compete, like to be within the 4 through 8 range. But how do we get to level? How do we get to at least? Can we at least get to Philly? Like, I feel like Philly's level is extremely attainable. Attainable.
Right.
Like, we don't have a Giannis. We don't. You know what I'm saying? We don't have Jason Tatum. Like, but Joel Embiid is good, but he's a folder. That's what he is. He folds in the biggest moments. We have one of those at home. So like, we should be able to at least be, at the very least, Philly. So the fact that we were not Philly, I was like, I can't do this no more. I can't. I'm sorry.
It'd be like that, bro.
Time. I literally said, and I quote verbatim, yo, we have got to make a trade. I said it that night to anybody that will listen. I don't know. Y'all know I've been on consolidate the guards. It's too many options for Tom Thibodeau. He's out there rolling out Josh Hart as a backup power forward. He needs to stop doing that. Stop doing it. It's dumb. I'm sorry. I love Josh Hart. He's 6'5", and he's a great rebounder 4-2 guard. He's not a power forward. Stop doing it. Go get somebody. And I promise you, we don't need to spend more on this game because we sold literally 12 hours after I made the plea.
Wait, before we get that far, the Magic were young. They were respectable. We are young. We talk about our youth core and all of that stuff. And to me, the Thunder and the Magic, facing both of them, how we were scheduled to face them both was just like a perfect way to see where we really are, where we stand as instructors. I promise you, I don't want to fake it and be like, I was sick of RJ slump. In my mind, I'm telling myself, okay, sometimes he takes until January to turn up. We've seen this happen. So let's just get there because this is bad and let's just brush this off or whatever. So I did not see RJ going. But man. The next day happened.
The very next day, in the middle of the day, the aforementioned trade went down. The aforementioned trade went down. And Twitter lost their mind.
Woo.
They lost their mind.
That was a good day.
Yeah. But let's not even
tons of emotions.
We're gonna save that. We're gonna save that. We almost there. All right.
Oh God.
To be clear, I said 2-2. This was one of the wins I had. As soon as the trade went down, I said we're losing this game.
Of course.
We're losing this game. And I don't even really count it. I'm not even going to bullshit you.
Right.
I don't even really count it.
Only thing I needed to see is what I saw. Obi didn't ball out. That's all I needed to see.
I was watching it to support Obi Toppin. I'm not even.
I was watching it to make sure he didn't ball out on Julius Randle so people don't be like, see, we made a mistake. We made a mistake. Yeah, no.
To be fair, that would have looked crazy.
Exactly. It's the only thing that, once that trade happened and you knew you was going to be short some guys and you not getting the new guys in time, yeah, no, that was
that game. Yeah. We lose that game. So Knicks lose 140-126.
Oh, man, what a game it was, though.
That's so many points. 140 points. They couldn't miss.
There were so many assists.
Yeah, it was Ty Halliburton. All right. So I'm going to preface this by saying, right?
Man.
Like, Knicks Twitter, they don't really fuck with Ty Halliburton. And rightfully so. He's kind of a dork. Like, I'm not even going to lie to you. He be doing dorky shit. Like, I respected him, like, giving Dame the Dame Tom joint during the NCAA tournament. That was gangster. I love that.
Right.
But he be doing dorky shit. Like, he be arguing niggas on Twitter. Like, bro, you're a professional athlete. Don't argue with us. We are irrational people on Twitter. Stop arguing with us. He was out here caping for when Giannis wanted his 62 burger bowl.
Right.
We just like,
right. Okay, fair. And I don't think much of Halliburton as a person or a personality, really. Yeah, he's a lanky point guard to me, and I like some of them. He's like a good lanky point guard. Like, there's not good. Yeah.
Let's slow the break. Like, the narrative is that Ty Halliburton is him. He's the best point guard in the East. I disagree, but that's neither here nor there. Yes, he gets gaudy stats. I think that's more of a product of the fact that he's high usage and he always has the ball in his hand. He gets Chris Paul stats. And trust me, I'm a big Chris Paul fan. But he gets Chris Paul stats. He has the ball in his hand the entire time. When Chris Paul was on the Clippers, Chris Paul was having 15 assists every night because he always had the ball in his hand. Nobody else is going to initiate.
Very Chris Paul, very Rondo,
Yes, like that's his game. And he got a better offensive game.
Mm-hmm.
So I give kudos to Halliburton. I never really hated Halliburton. I thought we should have drafted him. I thought that was a smart move. We didn't. Whatever. You know? And I think he holds some resentment towards Wally Zerbiak, clearly, because he was staring down Wally. Right. And Wally told him that he was a fake wannabe all-star last year, which I still agree with. I'm not even going to bullshit you. He didn't make the playoffs.
Right.
The all-stars, like, if you're not leading your team, I'm sorry, you got to be averaging good numbers and leading your team to a good record. That's just me personally, to be an all-star. But that's neither here nor there.
I accept the exceptions to that rule, but more or less so. Halliburton was a good player, probably breaking out of the pack, but he wasn't him the way he's being treated like he's him. And by the way, that's only happening because people get to say the Knicks should have drafted him, which doesn't make sense to me because I'm perfectly fine with Jalen Brunson. Yeah. There is nothing about what I got that's making me long for Halliburton.
Even when I watch his game, I'm like, he's good.
Yeah,
like, I'm not going to say he's a bum. He's not a bum.
There's a lot of good players in the NBA.
He's really good. He's good.
Yeah.
But I don't have buyer's remorse. Like, I'm not over here like, damn, bro. Like, damn. Like, I don't think Halliburton's making $160 million and Jalen Brunson's making $100 million. I don't think Halliburton is $10 million more better than Jalen Brunson.
No.
Me personally.
No.
But to give him his credit, we were shorthanded and they took advantage of it.
Yeah.
Jalen and Julius had good games. Dante DiVincenzo, big hooter, 38 burger. Okay. Okay, Dante. I'm here for that.
Yes.
I loved it. I loved it. He was shooting his ass off. I'm not even gonna lie to you. And to be fair, if Dante's gonna stay in the starting lineup, being aggressive, shooting like that, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. Like, to be honest with you, mainly because of the trade. Like, let's be clear.
Yes.
Let's be clear.
Oh, he looks perfect there right now. Even if I get the players I want in a trade, I still want him to spend most of his minutes with the starting unit.
Yes, I agree.
My guy could get his minutes off with the bench and still get his. I'm perfectly fine with that. We need bench scoring also. But Dante looks smooth there. He looks smooth in the lineup. Now, it was crazy before because we had a high usage guy that was in a rush to miss 13 shots as fast as he can. Yeah.
The problem is that they hit mad threes. Like, mad threes. Aaron or Andrew Neesmith, I don't really know his name, 7-for-11 from the three-point line. That's insane, bro.
Yeah.
Miles Turner, 6-for-9 from the three-point line. That's insane, bro. Yeah. Halliburton went 2-for-9, but he still hit 2. Ben Matthews hit 3 for 5. That's crazy.
Miles Turner was 6 for 8 hit 1 for 1. Real.
Like, and that's crazy. Like, we can't be having that happen. Like, but crazy. That's the product of playing drop coverage. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. If you're a better man, take the opposing point guard, shooting guard, small forward over or threes against the Knicks. Every time we play drop coverage, we want them to shoot for some strange reason in 2023. 2024, I'm sorry.
Parlay that.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So that's neither here nor there. I don't take much stock into this game at all. Like, at all.
Oh, it became a waste of a game. I can't believe we had to take an L for that, but what we got was worth it. So,
all right. So moving on to the post Rowan Barrett IQ era. Pain, but also prosperity. Monday, Happy New Year. 1-1. Knicks play the number 1 seed in the West. The Minnesota Timberwolves.
No way.
Knicks win 112 to 106.
No way. Blew my mind. I was watching that game stunned. I couldn't believe it.
It looks like we might be good teams. That's all I'm saying. Knicks win 112 to 106. The story of this game, obviously, is OG Anunoby's debut game. And let's give it up for him.
It was beautiful.
He did not disappoint. It was beautiful. All right. So I'm going to preface this by saying we are New York Knicks fans, right? Correct.
Yes.
We are also from New York. There's nothing New Yorkers love more, I promise you, than people that play defense well. Like, I'm talking about top tier, S tier defense, and you can see it on display. And what OG Anunoby did, to his credit, is came in. He didn't know a lot of plays.
He got the book a day early. He was studying the day early. He came in for walkthroughs. The man put in effort. Unlike Obi, who I always called a low IQ player, this man came in super prepared, or as prepared as he could be. All right, I just like stuff like that. Like, all right, let's keep going.
I'm giving OG his prop because the Garden is a place, man. I'm not gonna lie to you.
It's different.
I've seen people be built up and broken down in there. We are tough. We're a tough fan base to play for. We are not easy. It's too many sides of us for us to be easy. So for him to come in and give us 17-6, 1 assist, 3 for 6 from the 3-point line, from the corner, corner 3 specialist.
That's a spot.
Was big. 1 steal, only 1 turnover, and what I feel is the most important number: team high plus minus. Team high plus minus. He was cooking. Like, yes. And to be fair, I gotta go into detail because Anthony Edwards is him, right? Like, that is like an established fact. He's really good. He's really, really good. First quarter, Anthony Edwards, I was like, oh my God, this nigga gonna put 40 on us.
Yes.
This nigga gonna put 40 on us. I was nervous. That first quarter.
Second quarter.
That second quarter.
Second quarter
was some jail.
Yo, boy.
That was some jail, boy. That was some jail. That second and third quarter, I loved every single minute of it. OG was putting brothers in jail, putting that man in Alcatraz, Guantanamo. Everything was happening for Anthony Edwards in the first quarter, and nothing was happening for him for the rest of the game. For the rest of the game, bro.
And he got his. And that's the tricky part about it. He's nice. You can't just shut him off. He's
good.
going to get his. But when OG was on him,
it was jail.
Yo,
it was legit.
The idea of having OG and Grimes together.
Oh man.
Is just.
Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. I said it in chat. I was like, yo, bro, if I could get a lineup of Jalen Brunson, Quentin Grimes, Josh Hart, OG Anunoby, and Julius Randle, and everybody switches, yo, it looks crazy.
Yeah.
It looks crazy.
That's a lot of hustle.
That's a lot of freaking jail. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Every time you think you pass up, and it's not even like a lot of jail. Like Quentin Grimes, great defender. He also plays defense with effort. He doesn't depend on talent at all. It's all footwork and effort. OG has the talent, so he's jailing you. Josh Hart is another super effort, long, lanky defender.
You know, if Mitch was healthy, son, Tibbs would have lost his mind. Tibbs would have lost his mind.
I promise you, if Mitchell Robinson was healthy, we would have scores of 77-75 finals. I'm letting you know that right now. Just go play defense for 40 minutes.
Right.
Just go play defense. And once again, I want to give props because I'm damn near a hater, but Julius Randle was fucking cooking. Anthony Towns. He was destroying that man. And I think,
say that again, please. Wait.
Julius Randle was cooking Anthony Towns. We heard that the trade. We heard that we're supposed to trade for that man. This is what I'm
tired of hearing this.
I've heard two people. I heard that we were supposed to trade for Karl Anthony Towns, and I heard that the package was egregious. The package was egregious. It was Julius Randle and like 4 picks, or like Julius Randle, Evan, and like 2 or 3, 4 picks. And I'm sitting here looking at this like, we got one of these at home.
Right. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do it straight up.
I wouldn't call Anthony Towns deal. No.
I wouldn't do it straight up for Jules. I wouldn't do it straight up for Jules. Because I'm not paying twice as much for you, Cat. I don't think you could. It's beating a dead horse. Nobody in New York really thinks Cat can handle New York. Like,
not at all.
Nobody in New York thinks he can handle New York.
Not even a little bit. Like, and that's just the God honest truth. Like, I think that he will fold here. And he's from Jersey. It's not like he's not from the tri-state area. I think he will fold here. I think he will have a bad game, and we will cook him on Twitter. And he will be out here being angry with the fans. We are bad. We are not. You have to have.
We're not nice friends.
And to give him his credit, we have raised Julius to a point where it's like, bro,
that's my guy.
We're gonna shit on you if you play bad. We're gonna shit on you, and he knows that. So
he's iron, dog. He's forged in steel and fire.
When he don't show effort, it's a choice because we've raised him well enough to know that if you show no effort, we don't give you no slack. You better show effort,
Facts.
or you're gonna get. He knows. It's not like he don't know.
he knows. That's why I love him. That's why I love him, because he really is built. That's why I'm such a huge fan.
He has to be raised.
He's built for New York. Not many are. And RJ walked around with the face of someone that looked like he was tough enough to handle New York. And I don't even want to say that he couldn't handle New York, but his game took a dive.
Yeah,
and
it was gonna get bad for him. I'm not even gonna lie. I thought it was gonna get really, really bad. I think that year 5, RJ, like people was just not willing to put up with it. Last year, I think they was on their wits end. This year, they just wasn't ready to. They just wasn't willing to put up with it. And that's just the God honest truth. That's just the God honest truth. So I give Julius his credit. I'm objectively tough on him. But that's because sometimes he just don't show effort, and that blows mine. Literally, like the shot selection, I've gotten over. He's a nut. Like I said this before, he's a nut. But my favorite player on the team is also a nut. So I'm not gonna sit here and give y'all Craig Green, and especially because we need the offense. It's not like we can't.
We need the offense. We need the assists. We need the boards. Julius,
we can afford it.
We need the free throws. We need every bit. We need the power forward to pull from three to spread the floor. We need every bit of what Julius Randle brings to the table. And the fact that he stopped taking threes all day and he's bullying everybody in the paint. Like
it's actually my preference. It's actually my preference with him.
It's beautiful to see.
It's actually my preference.
Beautiful to see.
He can take. I told y'all see the first and second episode of this season. Yo, let Julius take his threes in the first.
Right.
If they on, you could keep shooting.
Go ahead.
If they off,
shut up.
To the fucking rim. Come on.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing?
To the hole, King. You got this.
Yes. So I thought that this game was important for the simple fact, and to go back to my point about the Thunder and the Magic that we played, right?
Mm-hmm.
And how I felt like if Julius has a bad game, if Jalen has a bad game, we didn't really have nothing to go off of.
Right.
Jalen had, by his standards, a pretty
had an RJ Barrett game.
Yes, but the brother had 14 dubs. Like,
there you go.
Let's not,
which is hella different.
That's not even him.
That's not him.
I was surprised.
That's 16, hella 16 different.
And 14 is a great game by Jalen Brunson standard. Like, that's a Chris Paul game right there without all the shots.
Right.
But 14 assists, and I'm going to get into this, like, after we finish the Bulls game, like, 14 assists tells me something. It tells me something. It tells me something that maybe I don't want to hear, but it tells me something. So give him his flowers. 16 and 14. It wasn't a great game. It wasn't a great game by his standards, especially when we talking about how he be scoring. He was missing everything. Like, it was crazy how much he was missing. Every shot, and he was missing wide open shots. It was like, come on.
I see him. Yep, he missed that layup right there. It's like,
I was like, oh no.
Yo, is this when? Yeah, this is when these the problems. Usually you tossing these over 7-footers falling out of bounds.
Yeah.
What's going on? Yeah, it was ugly for him. But to have an ugly Brunson game against the number one team in the West, and
give credit where credit is due. Josh Hart, good game. Quentin Grimes, good game.
Yeah, like
they stepped up when Jalen was not hitting it. And this goes back. This is telling me something. I'm just telling y'all. It's telling me something that maybe, just maybe, there was just too many niggas shooting the basketball. just maybe.
Nah, man. The one that was shooting just wasn't good, man. No, that ain't it.
No.
There's too many teams around the NBA built around the idea of having multiple super scorers, bro. Super scorers. You can look around the league and you're tripping over teams that got high volume shooters with high volume shooters and high volume shooters. That's the NBA now.
Bro, I'm going to be real with you. The only team I see it working for, is the Celtics. Honestly. I can't think of no other team. Maybe Miami?
Clippers is doing it right now.
Yeah,
I would not put Miami up there.
Clippers that.
Yeah.
I would say Boston, the Clippers, and Miami. Denver
Timber,
too, maybe?
Timberwolves. The Wolves count.
They only got Cat and Ant. That's really, like, I'm talking about going to get you a bucket, like right now.
Yeah.
Like, I'll give the Clippers that. I'll even give Denver that on the West. I'll give them two that. Like, it's not working for Phoenix. It's not really working for Phoenix.
No. They shot kept Aiden. Yeah. They look crazy.
Maybe. Maybe. That's neither here nor there. Moving on to the final game. That just happened, honestly. Knicks beat Bulls.
Ooh, good game.
116-100. Second game of OG Anunoby's Knicks career.
Yes.
And to be honest, the second good game in a row.
Beautiful game.
When I'm talking about, it feels like his fit is kind of seamless. Like, I don't want to say it because it's only 2 games. I said it for real. Like, I need 10 games to really judge this trade. I really need 10 games. Like, if I don't got 10 games, like, I need 10 games to really be like, all right, I'm in. I'm irrationally confident. But 2 games in, I'm like, It looks good. It looks good on paper. I love this game. I love this game for several reasons. I know you also love this game. I messaged you and I told you needed a disgruntled DeMar DeRozan to fit your agenda.
Listen, you don't get to bring DeRozan's name in here in vain. Don't say DeRozan in vain. That's crazy. Listen,
I'm just telling you what I saw. So what was interesting about this game, right? DeMar DeRozan was cooking up.
Everybody was cooking up?
He was cooking up. In the second half, he was not cooking up at all.
And that's why they lost.
Because jail was put upon him. Jail was put upon him. I think DeMar had like 17 in the first half.
Yeah.
And then
finished with 28. Yeah.
Yeah, like that was jail for him. Like for real.
Yeah. He took only 2 shots in the third quarter.
Yeah.
It wasn't a whole lot going on.
It was bad. The story of this game, though, give it up for the boy, the young Caucasian king, Isaiah Hartenstein. The young Caucasian king.
Oh, wow. Ball out of control.
10 points, 20 boards, 5 blocks. His best Mitchell Robinson impression to date. He was on this nigga drunk.
Better.
He was cooking.
Don't do that to Hard. Give him his credit. Better.
He was better than him.
Better than
Way
Mitch's
better.
Best. That was great.
I'm not gonna lie. That was a good game. 10, 20, and 5. That's a game that you put on your wall. That's a game you tell your children about.
Yeah.
I think that what was important, right? And I think he answered a little bit of the questions for me. And even in the last game, he's not scared. And I feel like that was important. Like, he's not scared. He's going to jump. If he get boomed on, so be it.
Yeah.
So be it. And I think that comes with, he's not really a shot blocker, but he got good. He's a baller. Like, he played good. He played good sport.
Tibbs did this with a lot of the team. And I get, maniacal Tibbs and all that. No. Tibbs, remember, coach of the year, Knicks coach of the year, Tibbs, all right? Took Hartenstein, who last year this time, we all just about had enough of him. You can go, thanks for trying, whatever. Is this the time or this time last year where he turned it around, where everything clicked and he has never went back? He has always been a version of this in whatever amount of time we had. Like, no, Tibbs got him into the system. He's like, yo, this is what we do here. We're workhorse, strength, bully ball. You don't got to score nothing for me. You don't got to make no points for me. You need to fight, try hard. The announcer said that he bleeds every game. He said, Isaiah Hartenstein bleeds every game. That's what we're talking about.
4 scratches a game.
We love that in New York. We love that in New York.
We do.
We love that in New York.
I tell you, we are an effort fan base, bro. If we ran out like an all effort team, like
oh God,
like Tony Allen,
we'll lose our mind.
Ben Wallace, like
absolute horses just running through.
They would all get love. We will be giving max contracts to people that average 8 points a game. I'm telling you, bro. That's what New Yorkers love. They love it.
True.
And Hartenstein, well deserved, King. Well deserved. I love that game. Second thing on this game, Julius Randle, Jalen Brunson, once again, cooking up. Both of them cooked up.
Talk about
Jalen Brunson, 13 dimes. I'm telling y'all, it's something there.
Yeah.
It's something there. And this is now with a good shooting game. With a good shooting game. It's like,
this game shouldn't be close.
Hey.
2 games. Last game 106. This game just keeps scoring 100 points. Like, we keeping team under 110.
It sounds like a lot of niggas were shooting the ball that didn't need to. That's all I'm gonna say. That's what it sounded like. It sounded like there was shots being taken by individuals on the team that weren't great shots.
Mm-hmm.
And now Tibbs has tasked Jalen Brunson with finding the better shots because they have taken, once again, low efficiency, high volume scorers, 2 of them, and they went and got a low usage 3-and-D option.
Yeah.
Your low usage 3-and-D option, and it's like Jalen Brunson, King, you got to go find better shots now. And he said, cool.
Okay.
Cool. And that told me a lot. That actually made me love Jalen Brunson even more than I already do. And that's saying a lot.
He gave immediately to the personnel that he had. Yeah.
And I was like, oh, he's a chameleon. He's a chameleon. That was my take on it. That was my take on those 2 games, is that he's a chameleon. He will give you buckets if you need them. But if you don't need them, he's out here dominating everybody. Because I'm
Julius Randle back-to-back 30-point games. Your thought was Jalen Brunson is a chameleon. So y'all don't love my man. Y'all don't love my man Randle, son. Yo, y'all can't. We'll talk more about that later.
All right, so let's give Julius his credit, right? I'm also gonna be painfully objective, right? He was good. He was good.
Player of the week, good.
The second half was great, Julius.
Yes.
The first half was meh, Julius. It was meh. It was. He scored the first 2 buckets, and then he scored nothing in the first, and then he came out and scored 8 in the second. And I was like, okay.
Right.
But that second half was like, yeah. And I'm talking about second quarter, he was turning the ball over. But I even said, Julius has been on a tear. He was due for like a bad quarter. I literally put second quarter was a bad Julius quarter. He was turning the ball over, taking bad shots. But he came out the locker room, to his credit, and absolutely decided to cook everyone. Yes. And I give him his flowers for that. I was like, yes. You literally saw in real time a Julius that overthinks, a Julius that doesn't think. And that is what I'm always looking for second half Julius. I'm always looking for that version of Julius Randle. Always. Yeah. I don't think he was out there. Tibbs gave him the opportunity, right? He was like, yo, he took him out early. I remember he took him out early in the first because he was getting ready to put him in with the bench. Because Tom Thibodeau has made a choice. Jalen Brunson and Julius Randle is on the floor at all times. That is his choice. He's made that choice. That's the choice he's made. I'm telling you, look at the game. He's not taking either of them out.
Right.
Either of them out. They can start the first and the third.
Change that in the future, but we can talk about that later.
Oh yeah. But as of right now, he's not doing it. He has no desire. He has no desire whatsoever to do that at all.
He cares about the standings. He cares about every win.
Yeah.
Every win.
In the regular season. Yes. That is his pro and his con. Yeah. to be honest with you.
Yes. He cares about every win. He cares about every quarter. Mm-hmm. We're gonna have you. We can be up on 12, and sometimes it's right. Sometimes he does too much, and he overthinks, and then he makes a move, and that move bites us, like putting in RJ. Yo,
4 minutes. 4 minutes into a bad game. 4 minutes left in a bad RJ game. He put her back in the game.
It's never forgetting that one.
Oh man. But yeah,
man. No. This is the DeRozan. DeRozan balled out. Drummond had a good game. I like what they I like their audition tape. They knew what it was. I
was just about to say that's definitely audition tape.
They know what it was. You saw them at the end of the game, high fives to everybody in orange and blue. You saw them dabbing up everybody in Celebrity Row. Come on now. Come on, y'all.
Nah, that's great. They really was though. They was cooking up. But that's neither here nor there. We beat the Bulls. It was weird time at 8:30 on ABC.
That was odd.
That was weird. We weren't in Chicago. I don't know why we would do a game starting at 8:30 in New York, but whatever. Yeah, but we cooked them. Like you said, I guess good audition tape for your agenda for the DeRozan agenda.
For the DeRozan report? Yeah. Rosen report. Yeah. No, I know.
All right. So Knicks finished this week 2-3 for the most part. But
more honesty at 2-2 because that Pacers shouldn't count. But then it's like it's a 1-3 because do we get to count the Bulls if it leached over to a new week? You know what? None of that matters. We counted from OG time.
We're 2-0 in the OG era. Let's call it that.
We're 2-0 in 2024.
And that is a great segue. Great segue into the OG Anunoby trade.
Finally.
Okay, here we are. Knicks trade our homegrown talent, Emmanuel Quigley, Rowan Barrett Jr. for
a guy we did not think we was getting. A guy that we poo-pooed on the idea. You know what it does though? Honestly, I'll stand on it. We were suing them. I completely ran him off because we were suing them.
Yes.
It did not require any more of a deep dive.
Yes.
We're not doing business with you because we're suing you. The idea that I'm trying to sue you, but at the same time, I'm going to give you one of my sons, my mans.
Yeah.
And then my man. That's good. There was no, I couldn't imagine it. So that's why I'm like, the whole time we talking about this, I'm like, I can't pretend like I saw the RJ trade coming. I'm glad it came. It should have came. It should have came earlier. I didn't see it coming. I thought we were just going to grit through it until we get good RJ again and then add some additions so that when RJ's doing bad, we can bench him and we got someone else to go to and then we'll just change him seamlessly or whatever. But no. They put lawsuits aside, which I did not know you could do in America. And they conducted business. We got OG. We got a power forward center bench piece, which we needed. Mm-hmm. We desperately needed. We've always needed a backup power forward this season. And then we just so happened to need a backup center as the season went on.
Yeah.
And we got a tweener, which fine.
We'll take it for now.
We got a Flynn. I don't have much of anything to say about Flynn, to be honest. I really don't care because I get deuce minutes. Deuce
high. We here.
Yeah, I'm a fan of McBride. Money McBride. I'm a fan of Deuce. Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
We got OG. We didn't think that was possible.
We didn't.
We got it, and it was brilliant.
All right. So initially, we got to talk about the initial reaction. The initial reaction on the trade, obviously, the Knicks Twitter was losing their mind. Like, Knicks fan base was losing their mind. Obviously, I heard that the funniest thing I heard was that there's two stand delegations, the IQ stand delegation and the RJ stand delegation that makes up toxic Knicks Twitter. Right. And Knicks Twitter was like, we got rid of both of them. We got rid of both of them. We got rid
Same thing with Obi Hive. Same thing with Obi Hive.
Now, Julius Hive, we'll get there. But
there's no Julius Hive. There should be.
Oh, there is absolutely a Julius Hive.
That doesn't count. That doesn't count. You can't count that. You can't count your only all-star player having some love.
Shout out my guy, Beggs. He is just as big of a Julius fan as you are. I'm telling you, there's a Julius Randle Hive. There's actually a Julius Randle hate Hive as well. But
that's bigger than the Julius Randle Hive.
It might be.
Oh, it's an absolute fact.
Yeah, he's what's the word? Enigmatic. Whatever that was.
Yeah, no, that's right. I put the red on it. They hate him more than they love him.
Yeah, it's real. It's real. So I'm gonna just talk about my initial reaction, right? So obviously I'm walking around. I'm literally preparing the clips for the pod we just released, and I'm setting them up for the week, scheduling our clips.
Good stuff, by the way. Good stuff, by the way.
Appreciate that. Yeah. I'm like, NBA trade alert. I'm like, okay, we finally get our first trade. Knicks trade RJ Barrett, Emmanuel Quigley for OG Anunoby. Yo, I was pacing the crib for like 30 minutes. 30 minutes.
Yes.
I was livid. I think that it's important to tell you why I was livid, right? I did not like the trade initially. And to be honest with you, like I said, I need 10 games. I need 10 games to really make a calculated, educated decision on this trade.
Okay.
I was upset but not because we traded RJ. And I feel like that right there is super telling of RJ's career as a Knick.
Yeah.
I then went onto Twitter, went onto Reddit, went onto TikTok.
Don't know why you did this to yourself.
Just to give, I always got to go in there because I got to get the feel of the fan base. I know Knicks Twitter is toxic. I know we're a toxic fan base. You'll never tell me otherwise. I don't think that Knicks Twitter is a real place. I think that the people that are online are babblers. Like they don't know, they don't get the pulse of the fan base. That's why you can have a Julius hate hive, and yet Julius Randle can still get as much love as he wants because not everybody's on Twitter. Like you sit there and talk to a Knicks fan, they be like, "Yeah, Julius be wilding, but you know it's 2010 and 5. You can't really replace 2010 and 5 by accident.
You can't.
So
not for 25 mil, 28 mil. By the way."
Not at that price.
It's not out there. It's not out there.
But so I went on Twitter to get the pulse. And what surprised me really is that there were multiple people, and I'm not talking about like the RJ Stan delegation because they're irrational. And that's rightfully so. He's number 3 overall pick.
Right.
But everyone outside of that was like, yeah, but we had to give up Emmanuel quickly too, bro.
It still stays.
Because let's be clear, Emmanuel quickly and OG Anunoby, I might be getting a little irrational. I'm not even gonna lie to you. That would have took me there. If we would have got RJ, I was to the point where I was like, they could have got the first from me if they didn't want quickly as well.
Oh yeah,
like they could have got RJ Barrett unprotected first because that's what I value Emmanuel quickly as. Like, he's an unprotected first type player, and the second for OG, and they could have kept Malachi. They could have kept Malachi, or they could have kept Precious, and we just had to go out and find a backup power forward. I'd have been content with that. I'd have been like, please. I'm here for it.
I agree.
The fact that we had to give up Emmanuel quickly, the fact that I know in my heart of hearts, Emmanuel quickly is a starter in this league.
Right.
And as I've said before, I think we were conspiring to lower his value.
Right.
I really do.
I agree with that over it. I'm
telling you, because I've seen what I've seen, bro.
Yeah, that's business.
I believe what my eyes tell me. Like, I'm an eye test guy for the real. Like, can you hoop? Are you good? Like, I like analytics as well. I believe in that, but my eye test is what I
my soul got to feel you, brother.
Yeah, I gotta
feel the vibes.
I gotta think that you nice. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, I gotta look at you and be like, yeah, he's good. He's good. And I always felt that way about Emmanuel quickly.
Always. From the beginning. Not only from the beginning, but from before the beginning. From what it took to draft him, just the maneuvering of the picks, everything about IQ from the moment of idea conception.
Yes.
Was just, ooh.
He's Yes, correct.
From beginning to end. That never changed.
And the fact that we just never gave him a real chance to play next to Jalen Brunson.
Nah, you gonna make me sad, bro. Chill.
I feel like it's criminal. We gotta talk about it. I'm sorry. It's pain. It's real pain for me.
You gonna make me sad.
It's real pain for me. Nah, it really is pain for me because I feel like we never gave him a chance to sit next to Jalen. Like, once Jalen Brunson came here, and y'all know I love me some Quentin Hobbs. That's my guy. That's my guy. I am Quentin Hobbs. Said Quentin Penitentiary.
I was sending him out to keep IQ. I'm not even thinking about it.
But if he had to go to keep Emmanuel quickly, I was here
Grimes
for that.
Yeah,
I was here for that. They could have got RJ Grimes and 2 picks, respectfully.
If I keep IQ.
I love Quentin Grimes.
Yeah.
But he was replaceable because you're bringing in an all-NBA, basically an all-NBA capable defender to take over his role. Now, in surplus as a defensive first guy, I love keeping Quentin Grimes. Yeah, like I would love to, but to keep it like Emmanuel quickly, like and we said this. I told you, $25 million. $25 million. $25 million. RJ Barrett is making $25 million and he's better than him. Like, let's be real. He's better than him.
It's true.
He's making $25 million. I could go down a list of people that's making, like, if we would have prepared this better, I'd have bought a list of people that's making $25 million. We could have went through every single one of them and been like, Is he better than him? Yes. Is he better than him? Yes.
IQ is 12th on the list. No, I hear you.
I resigned earlier this season to the fact that we were not keeping IQ after the summer. I told y'all that. Orlando, my pick was Orlando. Orlando was going to give him a contract that was too rich for our blood, 27 mil or something like that, and they was going to steal him from him. Toronto made the choice. And I think this is a trade that both sides are going to eventually come out as winners, because Toronto basically made the choice that we can pay Emmanuel Quickly $25 million, $27 million a year, because Scotty Barnes not making no money. So they're at least going to get an 18-month preview of what Emmanuel Quickly is going to look like. And the cap is only going to rise. And if he's not a good fit next to Scotty Barnes, because they're going to build around Scotty. They're going to build around Scotty Barnes. And Emmanuel Quickly is a good point guard to have around Scotty Barnes. He's going to be ultra aggressive offensively. Scotty Barnes is a passer, pass first player. They're going to trade Siakam. He's on an expiring contract. They're going to trade him.
That's true.
So they're going to get more picks and more assets for Siakam to build around. Quickly, RJ, Scotty Barnes. It's Scotty Barnes. That's your 1, your 2, and an interchangeable 3 or 4, or your 1, a 3, and an interchangeable. You get what I'm saying?
No, that's 1, 2, 3. No, that's right.
So it's a good trade. I'm not gonna lie. For them, it makes perfect sense. You're gonna take a flyer on Quickly. If he shows his ass this year for the next 4 months, you're gonna give him whatever he wants. That's just the truth. That's the truth. We got Jalen Brunson for $25 million a year. I'm telling y'all. Yo. And you got him on restricted free agency. They got his restricted rights. So that means that he's gonna trade anybody match them and they think he's gone.
Right.
He's coming out of this with $30 million.
Yo, it's still believed, by the way, that he's going to end up on the Magic or the Spurs this summer. Like, it's still the general consensus that it's those two teams, that's where he's going to end up going. So
I can tell you right now, if they give Emmanuel Quickly $32 million to go play with Wembanyama, he's going. He's going.
And Popovich?
He's going.
Yeah.
They give him $30 million to go play with Paolo and Franz Wagner. He's
no
gone.
taxes. Yeah, no state tax. Yeah,
that's all I'm saying, bro. That's
Magic, no state tax. Spurs, no state tax. No, he getting his bread. He getting all of it, which is why we had to let him go. Because we couldn't do it. Because it's a philosophy that I've been telling everybody from jump. Leon Rose was nothing but value contracts. He's trying to get the most people with the most amount of talent that he can get. And he doesn't just want to have one super talented person. That's not how he works. He's never going to trade for no supermax contract. Get that out your head. There's no supermax contract on the table anyway that has a ring that's going anywhere. So unless you want to get Giannis, and I don't,
he's not going nowhere.
Yeah, and they made the right move by getting Lillard to make sure they keep him there. So that's kind of that. He had to go and get his. And it's real. He wanted 25. I told y'all, 18, 20. It's not because I think he's worth 18, 20. I agree in everything you said. He's clearly starter quality. He puts up starters numbers from the bench. I know who IQ is. I love everything about IQ from jump. My man's asked me as an investment, which NBA player should I get as a rookie card? I say, you should get Luka, you should get Emmanuel Quickly. Go get those 2 rookie cards. I put this on everything. Because everything about them says the goods. And IQ has been shown it. The idea that IQ has gotten better every year. Every single year something noticeably. Noticeably. He's a defender. He's a defender. Who saw that coming? Like,
I'm saying?
All we can do is wish him. It hurts. But we can afford it.
Yeah. And that's the God honest truth. That's why I'm okay with the trade. Like, I knew we wasn't going to just wasn't going to sign him, bro. Like, so it was like, it was pain because it was like, I want to keep him, but we're not going to sign him, bro. And I knew for a fact that it had to be RJ or Quickly. I didn't think it would be both, but I knew for a fact that they had to make a decision on one of them, and they made a decision on both of them.
I was saying it had to be Hartenstein or Quickly because they have restricted free agency versus expiring contract. Which one of them are we going to get? I thought Hartenstein was out. I had packages in mind flipping Hartenstein and pieces for whatever one because we can't get rid of Quickly.
Yep.
They was Quickly's really trying to get his bag, and he deserves it. He deserves his time and his minutes and to flex because he's incredible. He's an incredible player. They got an incredible player out of this. We got the better player, but it's not a blowout. Like, they got a really good player out of Quickly. OG is more versatile because OG could guard up better.
He's a better, like, to be objective, he's just a better fit. Like, right. He's just a better fit for this team. Like, you literally took what, and that's why I couldn't be back at this trade. I asked for a low usage player, and I got him. I'm not gonna lie to you. I got him. I asked for it. I said, "Yo, we cannot have. There's too many cooks it's too many chefs in the kitchen, bro." And I think that to segue into this, I think that we're building the team around Tips. Like you know how they be like, "Yo, we build a team around Giannis. We build a team around Jokic." This is a Tips team. Like this is a Tips team.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you guys not know this?
He got his Luau Deng. That's what he wanted. Yeah. That's what he wanted. If Mitch was healthy, this would be literally. Think
of the family
Bulls. This would be the freaking Bulls.
Yeah, Leon Rose, the Godfather here, is connected personally to Tips, to Brunson, to OG.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? This is family matters.
This is definitely some Italian.
We got Brunson's dad here. We got Leon Rose's son agent here. Like,
this is definitely peak nepotism.
Yeah,
peak nepotism.
I got this. I know. Hey, bro, you free? All right, email. I got something for you. All right, I'll see you soon. Like, yeah, he knows what it is. That's why I'm more on the mind of trying to figure out what he's thinking versus looking at the landscape of who may pop up or what new thing, shiny thing is gonna. No, man, this is a man executing a plan.
Yes.
And it's beautiful to watch. We've been wrong. Countless, those clips are hilarious to me. We've been wrong on a number of things.
Love it.
But it still connects so cleanly to Leon Rose.
I mean, this is what he wants. And for the most part, I will give Leon credit in this. As upset as I was on Saturday, Leon has earned enough cachet with me. Right. Just say me. I'm not going to talk. I don't speak for the Knicks fan base. He's earned enough cachet with me that I had to be like, all right, I got to trust your vision because I don't see it. I don't see it, but I'm going to trust it because you have given me enough cachet to be like, all right, I don't need to overreact here.
Yeah.
And 2 games so far, so good. So far, so good. I love the fit. I think
he should have got Executive of the Year awards or votes plenty of times already. Like, people are asleep at the wheel and not noticing the masterclass job this guy is doing. Yo, he's only a few pieces away. He's only a few pieces away. A few pieces I think that are doable and are right there away from being a contender, a true, legitimate contender. Like, right there. Yo, shout out to that. We never could have said that before. We've never said that before. Anytime that we rank tie, we 2 seed, 4 seed, we play off first round, second round, whatever. I mean, besides the Melo Amari year, when we got in there with Jason Kidd, whatever, that was kind of a surprise. That was a little fluky. Like, it's crazy that we achieved this much. Not now. Oh, it all makes perfect sense. We should be contenders the way this is looking. And we got picks that we have to use because they're going to lose value. We have expiring contracts in Evan Fournier that we have to move. So you know we're not done.
We can't be.
We can't be.
That's another great segue. So what are we doing prior to the deadline? We got 6 weeks. 6 weeks. 6 weeks. Give or take 6 weeks. Hey, I'm gonna let you cook up because
I'm gonna flip it. No, I'm gonna flip it because it's too easy for me to say who I think I'm getting. All right, that's not news to anybody. Let me tell you who and why I think we're not getting somebody that everybody else is losing their mind over.
Talk about it.
Let me fix my hat. All right, this is a me thing, and that's what makes me, baby. Like. Y'all don't have to agree, but I'm standing on it, bro. I'm standing on it. I do not see a world in which the Atlanta Hawks trade a DeJounte Murray to the Knicks. Mm-hmm. It sounds like complete clickbait to me. Do you hear me? Like, it sounds like all those names we heard over the summer, the KP, the Drew, the Lillard, the Jalen, the Harden, the PG-13, Kawhi, Joel, Spider. Mm-hmm. We heard every name connected to the Knicks. This feels just like that. I do not see a world what DeJounte Murray is being traded to the Knicks this trade season. This is why. Because the rumor that broke this out was that Leon Rose and Rich Paul need to have a sit down so they can clear the air so that a trade or something could be done for DeJounte Murray. And I've asked everybody this. Why the hell does Leon Rose need to have a sit down with Rich Paul over DeJounte Murray, who has signed an extension this summer for another 4 years that starts this summer coming up? Meaning there's no contract to negotiate. There's no new signings or anything that needs to be done. If it was an expiring contract, we're going to have to do business with Rich Paul. Yep. But now when we have 4.5 years of your rights left, we'll use you for the next 3 years, and then ship you off to wherever we want if we ain't going to be able to re-sign you. But we don't need to talk to Rich Paul about this. He plays no role. We need to talk to the GM, which, by the way, just got DeJounte Murray to re-sign for like $25 million a year, then 26, then 28. These are low numbers for what he brings you, for his market value. They got him basically at a bargain. And you guys think before trading away Clint Capella or the players around them, they're going to trade DeJounte Murray to the Knicks for Evan Fournier, 2 protected picks, and are you serious? In what world does that make sense? And what world is that? Well, in what world does any of that make sense?
It doesn't.
I think it's all fool's gold. We've been wrong on things, and I'll stand on this being a great clip of me being wrong. And we wake up tomorrow and we got DeJounte. But all of that sound like clickbait.
I don't see it happening. I'm gonna be real with you. I don't see it happening because one, Rich Paul, Leon Rose, they need to sit down, probably have a conversation because are we just gonna not have any clutch clients play for the Knicks? And honestly and truly, that might be very well the case because we are a CAA family and through. Everybody's on CAA.
That's right.
Plays for the Knicks basically, and everybody that's not on CAA that doesn't play. I think only Mitch is not on CAA, honestly,
and Randle because he switched agencies. Yeah.
So, or is affiliated with some form of CAA, like Sam Rose, Leon Rose, former client. That's what I'm saying. I think that every trade target that's out there has to have some connection to CAA. And that's just interesting to me. That's interesting to me. In the sense that it's like, are we just gonna go pure nepotism? Because at some point in time, I really don't care as long as the player is good,
right?
But like DeJounte, like I sat with it last, right? We talked about it. I said I don't hate it. I still don't really hate it I just don't see how DeJounte Murray is going to impact winning here. Like, is it because he'll have a lesser role, but we'll be paying him like he should be able to at least be doing Randle level production, and he's going to be a 3. So that means he's just going to be RJ, which means we just got rid of RJ.
He'll probably be the 2. OG would be the 3. He'll probably be the 2. Which is weird.
I'm just saying though, like, I don't see how DeJounte is the move. I don't see how he makes us better. Like, I just don't see it. Like, he was all defense one year, but he's not really playing great defense right now. I'm getting a sample size of him playing with a high usage point guard,
right?
And Trae Young, and he's not passing that test for me,
right?
Because they're under 500,
right?
And yeah, like, and this is not me being like subjective. I just think that he's, like I said before, like, I like the idea of it. Like, in theory, it makes sense to me. Like, yes, you get a 2 that's capable of creating his own offense in this and the third. But the money doesn't make sense to me in the sense that, like, that will be the team. Like, the team would be Jalen Brunson, DeJounte Murray, OG Anunoby,
Randle, Mitch, yeah,
and Hartenstein. Like, that would be the team. And am I okay with that being the team?
No,
I don't think.
I feel like there's a level of pedigree missing. There's that je ne sais quoi that's missing, bro. There's that little something that feels like that gets you over the hump. Yeah. With DeJounte there, it makes you stop and look at the coach.
Yeah.
That's like the very next thing you look at, like, okay, now we need to get a different coach to train them all together. Yeah. And then it feels like a down the road, kicking the can down the road situation.
And I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that either.
I don't feel it.
So I think that we either have to get someone that's a little bit more cost efficient. If we're gonna go with this squad, get something that's like if you got to sacrifice something, get something that feels seamless fit. Like, OG feels like a seamless fit. Like, regardless of how we feel about the package,
right?
Like, in theory, low usage 3-and-D scorer that plays above average defense and is an above average scorer, above average shooter, and his low usage is a great fit next to Jalen and Julius, because they'll have the ball in their hand. You know, he's going to be constant moving, because that's what he's showing us so far.
Right,
he's going to be constantly moving, and it feels infectious. Does it not?
He's getting like Josh Hart buckets. He's
you know what I'm saying? Like, it feels infectious. It feels like he's out here, he's working hard, and everybody's now moving. Like, everybody's now trying to get easy buckets. We are running. Like, we are running. When do we run? I said that yesterday. We're not a running team.
And while we're running, it's low scoring game still.
Yeah.
Opponents scored 100 points and 106 points. Yeah. Low scoring game still.
That's a tip special. That's a tip special.
Yeah. So who do you think? Who do you think would be, or should I just keep going? Because I'm ready to go. Hey, DeRozan. Hey, DeRozan, that was a great audition tape, baby. We like what we saw, 10 for 13, 3 for 4 from 3. That's how we knew you was auditioning, bro. That right there, that was a cherry. You was taking threes out there. You was nailing them too. They was like, hey, yo, don't sleep on me, dog. I've been working on this. Yo, bro, 3 for 4. We saw you. That was nice. 10 for 13, not a whole lot of buckets to get you at 28. We saw that too. You feel me? I can't say this enough. All I can do is add on to it because it evolves as time goes on. Because now I'm like, Hartenstein can't go nowhere. Hartenstein can't go nowhere, especially since we got rid of IQ. We get to actually keep Hartenstein, it looks like. And I'm like, all right then, well, Hartenstein needs a backup. So, DeRozan, if you could bring Drummond along with you, that would be great, bro. I ran the numbers. It's very easy to do. It's like, we got picks for the Bulls. They can rebuild and do their thing. It's fine. Like, okay. Come. We like it. I've been saying this lately. I'm super ready to move off of Mitchell Robinson. I know you're not ready to move off of Mitchell Robinson like that, but I am super ready to move off of Mitchell Robinson. Bro, I can't tell you how ready I'm ready to move off Mitchell Robinson. So just to throw it out there, my trade that I want to see is DeRozan, Drummond, and Vooch over here for Mitchell Robinson, Evan Fournier, who was it? Sims, Ryan, and picks. Take 2 protected picks, 1 unprotected. You can take a second or 2. That gotta be plenty. Because 2 of those guys are expiring contracts. They already want to be here. You saw the audition tape yourself. And it's just Vooch. Like, what do you want from him? Like, Richard Robinson is a descending contract. He's easy.
You taking on 4 years of Nikola Vucevic. That's what you're telling me.
It's not 4 years, only like 2 years left.
He just got an extension over the summer. What are you talking about?
Really?
Yes.
No.
He was a free agent. If I'm not mistaken, I'll Google it.
Please do.
He was a free agent over the summer, and he re-signed with them. That's why I remember specifically being like, why would Vucevic re-sign with them? They don't. That looks like a team that's getting ready to fail. I don't even know what. So he signed a contract, 3 years, $60 million.
Right.
So Are you taking
20 mil? Yeah. I'm down.
So once again, you're taking 35 mil of DeMar DeRozan, 20 mil of Nikola Vucevic, and whatever the minimum contract that Andre Drummond is on.
Who said 35? You said 35 mil of DeRozan?
Yeah, what is he at?
He's like 27.
20? All right, we'll take that.
And we got trade exemptions. We got trade exemptions that we created in these trades. We got like $6 million from the Obi trade. We got like another $6 million from the RJ trade, somewhere around there. I know it's 12 combined.
So like according to Spot Track, we had 28.6 for DeRozan this year. We had 20 for Vucevic, so that's 48 mil right there.
Right.
And we had a minimum contract. So let's call it 50 mil. 50 mil that gotta go out, right? You asking for 50 mil to go out. That's what you asking for. And Evan Fournier is 18 mil.
I just sent it to your phone. I just sent you the trade with the big fat green successful at the top to show the number works. And the only rotation player you're losing is Mitchell Robinson, which I'm fine with moving off of.
All right, so
yes, bro.
I'm gonna tell the streets. So you got DeMar DeRozan, Nikola Vucevic, and Andre Drummond.
Yes,
coming to the Knicks for Evan Fournier, Mitchell Robinson, Archie Giacomo, Jericho Swins, and 3 firsts and a second.
Yes.
3 firsts and a second.
Absolutely. Yes. Yes.
And this puts us. Does this put us over Milwaukee or Boston?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. We're done. Yes. Oh yeah. Nobody's seeing us. Yeah. Nobody's seeing us. We're done. We're done. You know why we're done? All right. Let's think about the weak spot I keep talking about with Mitchell Robinson and those 3 teams: the Miami, the Celtics, the Bucks. They got centers that stretch the floor, and he's no good in that space. Vooch is comfortable out there, okay? I'm not saying he's necessarily the same level of defender, but I'm saying he's used to being away from the rim and the hoop, all right? We got versatility with our centers there, with a Vooch, a Hartenstein still, a Drummond at the end of the bench when needs be. Rebounding is not taking a hit or nothing. We're solid on that. Bro. That was, and then DeRozan is the put us over the top. He can start the games, but then he gets the most of his minutes with the bench because we need bench scoring. Dante stay with the starters. You feel me? 4th quarter, depending on what he needs, Tibbs is going to do what he does. Yo, bro, it's too good. It's almost too good. It's almost too good. Ugh.
All right, so I'm gonna tell you, in all honesty, I really hate this trade.
You hate all of this. You hate everything I said. I said DeMar. Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie to you, but I'm trying to be objective. So because I'm trying to be objective. So in the sense that this trade makes sense money wise, I just don't think it makes sense fit wise. Honestly, Nikola Vucevic, out of the All right, so if our ceiling is a second round team as is currently constructed, who is Nikola Vucevic better in the second round that we may or may not see? Is he better than
Mitchell Robinson? And he's better than Mitchell Robinson in a way that pushes over the top. That's my answer to that.
I don't believe that.
Yes.
I'm saying that to say Nikola Vucevic, yes, offensively, he gives you an option to be better.
An option that forces the center to stay on Vooch versus their best big defender on Randle, which opens it up for Julius Randle.
My whole thing is that you talking to smart coaches here. What happens if they force, like, Vucevic is not somebody as a defender that you're putting out there in the final 5 minutes of the game. And yes, okay, if you're gonna put Hartenstein out there or Drummond out there, it'll give you a little bit more leeway. But if you're bringing in $20 million and not playing him at the 5, I
don't see why you're not putting him at the 5. I don't see why you're not playing him at the 5. I feel like Tibbs is going to Hartenstein him.
Kristaps Porzingis. So here's the 5s, right? Or the bigs that Vucevic is going to either have to guard, or keep up with offensively. Like those are the two things that you asking him to do. He either has to guard well enough to justify him being on the floor,
right?
Or he has to score enough, or he has to play defense. Like this is what I'm saying. So we got Kristaps Porzingis. He's either gonna have to like he could do this basically the same thing. Kristaps a better version than him.
Yeah,
you're gonna have to stay out there to guard him, Kristaps. And in theory, yes, that opens up the lane for Julius Randle and Jalen Brunson. Ideally, that's
if you want Randle to not have a bad playoffs, this is how you do it.
That's where I can get your argument in a sense, right?
Yes.
My counter argument to that is that in the playoffs, which I thoroughly believe is about stars only. I don't like role players. Like you're asking for a lot from a role player in the playoffs.
Mitch is more of a role player than Vooch is.
But in terms of fit, I'm talking about fit. Like I'm not talking about numbers. I'm not even talking about offensively and defensively. Like I feel like the only argument you have here is that he's going to space the floor. Like, but in my personal opinion, if Kristaps Porzingis is lighting this nigga up, if Joel is lighting this nigga up, and if what's the name?
Who Bam?
Giannis is lighting him up. And like that's what I'm saying. So we look at that. You gotta either guard Giannis in the paint. I don't believe he could do that. I don't believe he could do that at all. Or Brook Lopez outside the paint. I don't think he could do that at all. Brook Lopez is better than him. And he's making less than it. Like this is what I'm saying.
Okay. I counter all of that with the fact that Vooch is better than Mitch. Period. And we argue on this. And you hate this.
I think that's
I stand on this. You will never find a rating or a ranking. You'll never find any rankings, any ratings where Mitch is better than Vooch. That shit don't exist.
I think that's subjective, though. Honestly,
it's not.
Because what do you?
17 and 11 is better than Mitch's 4 and 12.
But he's not coming over here averaging 17 and 11. This is my whole point. He's not coming over here. He's giving you legitimately 10, maybe 10 if you beg him, because at some point in time, and let's play into the fact that we are talking about Tom Thibodeau here. We're not talking about a regular coach. We're talking about somebody that prioritizes defense like it's his last name.
Right.
Like that's what I'm saying. If Tom Thibodeau watches, and it's not like Tom Thibodeau is somebody like, unless you're a star, unless you're Jalen Brunson or Julius Randle, he's holding you accountable if you don't play defense.
Right.
Let's be here. He's holding Dante accountable.
That's why Hartenstein is as good as he is right now.
Yes.
That's what Tibbs does.
Him accountable.
That's what Tibbs does. Yes.
So
that's good for Vooch.
I think that at the very least, I would prefer, like, I don't want Vucevic for the simple fact that I would prefer, or I would say I would trust Hartenstein and Mitch to a lesser extent because he's injured to perform at that position better than Vucevic would in this system.
I don't trust Mitch to be there for the playoffs. Again.
That's real. And that's real.
Yeah, no, this is way too. If we gonna start bashing players, I'm gonna sound real nasty towards Mitch. I don't want to be that guy.
No, you are always nasty towards Mitch. Let's be real here.
I'm honest about Mitch. Y'all be crazy. No. I'm very honest about Mitch.
No, you're not.
Tell me the lie. I'm very honest about Mitch.
You literally devalue his.
You overvalue him. Y'all overvalue him.
I don't.
Yes,
his value is $11 million for.
He's cheap. He's cheap help.
15 rebounds and 3 blocks a game at $11 million, anchoring a defense where my point guard is not a plus defender and my power forward are not a plus defender, and at the time my small forward was not a plus defender. That's perfect value for $11 million. Now, if Mitch was making $20 million, I could get your point. If he's getting
$60 million. What numbers are you talking about?
Basically, Rudy Gobert for $30 million less. That's what I'm telling you. He's Gobert.
Not Rudy Gobert.
$30 million less.
Gobert can get you buckets. He is not Rudy Gobert.
Are you serious?
He's not running your offense, but he'll put up.
Are you serious?
Of course.
What moves Gobert got? Zero.
And yet somehow he managed to averages more than Mitch all day. It's not close.
No.
It's not close.
I'm not hearing
this belief that Mitch has any sort of offensive game. He clogs the paint waiting for rebounds. He doesn't offer anything else. He can't do the pick and roll because he's always getting called for a charge in it. Like, nah, man, he's always injured.
That's more based on the offensive system.
That's on him. That's on him.
Really running offense. No, that's based on the offensive system. There was times last year and the year before last where his nickname was literally Mitchell Robinson, because as soon as you threw it up, it was 2. Like, let's be real here, man.
Yes, because if you don't do it for him, he ain't getting nothing.
So what?
That's the point.
So what?
That's the point. We've been established.
You think Rudy Gobert is worth $45 million a year and he got 0?
I don't think Rudy Gobert is worth $45 million, but that's not the convo. I think he's overpaid too. That's not the convo. But you're saying that Mitchell Robinson could do things that Mitchell Robinson can't do. And there's a long list of things that Mitchell Robinson can't do.
Telling me that Rudy Gobert can do more things than Mitchell Robinson that is worth $30 million. That's what you're telling me.
No. See, you keep bringing back to the $45 million. I keep telling you he's overpaid. So no, I did not say that. I did not say the money is worth it for what he's getting paid. What I'm telling you, can he do more than Mitch does? Absolutely. That's not controversial.
While simultaneously telling me
he is significantly better than Mitchell Robinson. This isn't controversial.
If Rudy Gobert is overpaid, you speak about Mitchell Robinson that at $11 million, he's overpaid. That's how
he's not getting $11 million.
That's how you talk about him.
Stop talking about $11 million. He gets paid $16 million. He gets 15.6.
Oh,
all right.
My goodness.
He gets paid his money, right?
All right. So
$16 million.
$25 million more at $25 million more. Rudy Gobert.
Did I say Rudy Gobert is worth $45 mil?
So you're telling me
you trying to conflate the argument here.
I'm telling you what. I'm talking about people that have Mitch's skill set, make more money than him. More money than him, and
all still better than him.
Clint Capella
they are less of a liability than
Mitchell
him.
Robinson. Clint Capella is better than Mitchell Robinson. Clint Capella.
I don't like Clint Capella like that. No, I'll say no. Next. Because we can pull up the list of where everybody is ranked, and Mitch is at the end of everything.
Is Wendell Carter Jr. better than Mitchell Robinson?
Bro.
Is Daniel Gafford better than Mitchell Robinson? We could go through the list. These are all people that are making about or more than Mitchell Robinson, or significantly more than Mitchell Robinson. Mitchell Robinson
is getting paid. So you're just proving that Mitchell Robinson is getting paid in the class he deserves to be in. He's right there where he belongs.
And I'm telling you,
with all of these people, but they're not.
But that's my point.
Page turners whatsoever.
But that's my point. Is that he is correctly valued at what, $15 million?
I agree. And it's correct and descending as time goes on because he becomes more of a liability as time goes on.
Double-digit rebounds, 2 steals a game, 2 blocks a game. That's not worth $15 million. If that's not worth $15 million, you do not value defense. That's all I'm saying. If that's not worth
$15 million. Sure, it's worth $15. I'm not arguing what he's getting paid. I'm arguing his contribution on the court. His contribution on the court stifles us. he leaves us 4-on-5 and makes it harder for us. And he stays injured, and he's a liability every part of the game besides getting rebounds.
You're inherently valuing offense better than defense. That's what you're doing.
I'm valuing I'm valuing two sides of the ball over one side of the ball. And there's a difference. You guys are willing to overinflate. You remember how early in the season they was talking defensive player of the year candidates? And he was not on there because he is nowhere near there. But that's just the only thing he can do.
That's crazy. But
it's just the only thing he can do.
So
we focus on what he can do, bro.
2 blocks a game, you should be in consideration for.
Bro, I know the numbers. I get the numbers. I'm not saying he's not overpaid. I'm saying he's not enough. He's not enough.
I'm telling you, you're telling me that
he's easy to replace. He's not enough, and he's easy to replace.
I'm telling you, you're telling me that he is overpaid.
No. You're telling yourself that he's overpaid. It's not an argument about money. It's an argument about skill set. And skill set wise, he lacks way too much for what we need. He makes it harder for us. Yes, absolutely.
And it's a depreciating contract.
Of course, it's a declining contract because he's getting worse as time goes on. I said it was descending.
He's becoming worse.
I said it's descending.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, is he not about to miss the playoffs again? Is he not about to miss the playoffs again because of ankle? Is he not about to miss the playoffs again because of ankles? Am I wrong?
Listen,
what good is he if he's not available? He's constantly not available.
Constantly not an asset because of his availability. I will.
No. I never said that he's not an asset. He's a good trade asset.
On-court impact for somebody that has 2 high usage, high volume, low efficiency, high volume scorers. You're telling me right now.
Don't act like if we didn't have those guys, then all of a sudden he putting up 15 points. He can't do none of that.
I need to because then his value.
You can't do that.
His value will plummet. But you're trying to
put scoring like that to make up for the fact that he can't
put someone in this lineup, Nikola Vucevic, that is going to come in here and yes, he may give you 10 points, 10 rebounds.
He'll do better because he's better.
No. He's not because he's going to absolutely get put in the post.
He's better than Mitch Robinson.
Game, and he's better than Mitch Robinson. Is going to get absolutely cooked.
Y'all like to do this. Y'all like to do this every time there's a debate on Mitchell Robinson. Y'all like to bring up 2 things, but he's such a good offensive rebounder. Like offensive rebounding is the only thing that we need to care about. You're like, oh, but he anchors the defense. Yes, sure he does. It's the only 2 things he can do.
But those,
if you can name a third, that would be great
against the teams that we need to beat.
He sucks against the teams that we need to beat. That is the point.
All you're gonna say
that is you prove my point.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
By bringing up the teams,
no, it doesn't.
That we can't beat. It's because he can't do shit against their bigs.
All you're doing is presenting a new problem by adding in a more awesome player.
I'll make it easier. I'll make the argument easier. If Mitchell Robinson can't stop these guys and Vooch can't stop these guys, then what's the difference? Because Mitch can't stop those guys. Because Mitch can't stop those guys.
Who stops anybody? The game plan changes.
All right. So boom. Don't stay with me then. Stay with me. So Mitch can't stop him and Vooch can't stop him, but Vooch is at least giving you points that he's providing more.
But you're talking about the system that we're in. I'm telling you right now that Brook Lopez is able to shoot the amount of shots he shoots. Kristaps Porzingis is able to shoot the amount of stops he shoots in the paint because they know. And that's my point that I'm making. If they come in that fucking paint, it is chips for them. It's nothing down there for them.
We watch a whole lot of games. You know they need Jaden in his face because he can't get out there in time because he don't know what to do.
Let's be real. If we're gonna talk about, I'm just saying, the offensive game plan is going to change, right? If you have a known shot blocker, offensive rebounder down there in the paint, smart coach, I'm just saying a smart
You're not going inside. That's not controversial.
Going inside.
Okay, fair.
I'm letting you know right now that if Nikola Vucevic is down in that paint, Kristaps Porzingis is fading over that nigga 4 million times. He doesn't need to shoot threes. He does not need to shoot threes from out there. Brook Lopez does not need to shoot threes. Giannis is going right up. Like, let's be real here. We've watched 4 games of the Bucks. The first game, Giannis hit 4 threes. Why do you think he hit 4 threes? Why do you think he enforced things? Because
those were Mitch games.
Mitchell Robinson
definitely Mitch games.
And said, no, I'm good. And that's Giannis. That's Jason Tatum.
And how many threes did he hit because he was open? How many threes did he hit because it was easy? Because Mitch, as great of a defender as he is, can't do nothing on the perimeter with these same bigs.
Take that.
Come on, I'll stop it.
Because
no, you don't gotta take that.
Yes, you do.
You can either stop him or you can go and get your own buckets. But you don't just gotta take that. No, you don't. You don't have to be 4 and 5 on offense just because of Mr. Robinson. I couldn't be more serious
about what you're saying. We know. Both of us know.
I know what I'm telling you.
Both of us know that Tom Thibodeau's defense is drop coverage defense. We know this. Like,
okay, yes.
For 3 years. So if we
it doesn't change the fact that the teams that you're talking about that we can't beat, he can't do nothing against those guys. He's a bad matchup for every last one of them, and he provides nothing on the other end of the court. So that means he's not providing nothing on defense, and he ain't providing nothing on offense. But sure, that's who we need.
Defense. He's going to provide more on defense that Nikola Vucevic is going to provide.
But he won't because he can't stop him.
I'm telling you.
But he won't because he can't stop him.
I've seen 5 years of Tom Thibodeau so far. 4 years of Tom Thibodeau.
I've been there for this.
He's going to put that nigga on the bench. I'm telling you. You're going to be mad. We're going to be
Hartenstein is better than him anyway. Let Hartenstein start.
Oh my God.
Yo, how many times over the last year has this conversation come up?
$1 million center coming off the bench?
I don't want him here. I don't want him here. I don't care about his 15 mil. You keep trying to switch it to something else. I care about the fact that he is a defensive stopper who can't stop them defensively. And he can't do shit offensively, so therefore you're doing nothing on the court. That's my problem. My problem is he makes it easy on the other team by just being an L offensively.
That's crazy when he's on the scouting report. That's a crazy statement to make when he's on the scouting report. And that is super.
How many lines is on there? How many lines is on the scouting report about Mitchell Robinson? He's going to be boxing out for rebounds. Be careful. He's going to be in the paint. Like, it's not complex.
So you don't value second chance opportunities. You don't value rebounds.
But see, didn't I just say I do this? Didn't I just say because he's just saying what you're telling me.
Yo, literally just saying what you're telling me.
And I just told you, but you're repeating what I said already, because I said y'all like to overvalue the little he can do, like that's the end all be all of anything. Since he sat out, Hartenstein been killing it in offensive rebounds. Killing it. So he easily just came in and stepped in his role just like that. So I'm sorry if the fact that he gets offensive boards he's not out rebounding the other guys. I'm saying he's not out rebounding them, but because it's offensive and we got something we can praise him for, that's all that matters now. I appreciate the fandom of Mitchell Robinson, but it's overvalued.
You just hate him.
It's overvalued.
That's just the truth. You just hate him, and that's okay.
No, I don't hate him. I love Mitch.
Nah, you do.
If I could trade Mitch a second round pick for a first round pick. Once a Knick, always a Knick. I love you, baby. But I'm not delusional to think that he can do more than he can. He can't do a lot.
Hate him because
he can't do a lot. He can't do a lot.
Hating because you're nitpicking.
No, I'm not nitpicking. I'm not picking. I'm giving real reasons. If he can't guard the people that we're worried about, and that's all he does is guard, then what is he really doing? That's a simple something.
Because you're telling me
I'm nitpicking. You're making this whole argument about offensive rebounds, just straight up, not even just rebounds, just offensive rebounds. That should be enough. You're not nitpicking.
Offensive rebounds, defensive rebounds. I'm talking about offensive rebounds,
defensive rebounds. We got the ball and they don't. We got the ball and they don't. Offensive, defensive, we got the ball and they don't.
Now,
what are we talking about? What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Do we even need to define a rebound? A rebound means my team got the ball. Whether it's offensive or defensive, my team got the ball. Your team missed a shot, I got the ball. My team missed a shot, my team got the ball. That's rebound. So we could bloviate about the fact that it's offensive or whatever.
I'm not hearing that.
Once again, even when he left, Hartenstein just stepped in and did it himself.
Hartenstein has stepped in and he has been good. But the only thing Hartenstein does better than Mitch is pass. And because it's an offensive
and creating his own shot. Don't do that. And creating his own shot. What? Even that little floater he has is more than Mitch has.
Oh my God!
Does Mitch got anything like that? Mitch has nothing like that.
I'll give you this. You want to chip, and this is what
isn't controversial.
This is what Knicks fans do when they want to chip. They nick.
There we go. Yo,
I'm looking at the stat muse right now. This man ain't never done nothing against the team. I see a 15-20 game on here. I see 9, 8, and 4. Like, bro, come on now. Like, I understand.
Really?
I'm talking about,
really? 9, 8, and 4?
4 blocks.
Okay, well,
I
guess that's it. I guess that's really it.
Are we not betting men?
We are betting men. You
know how hard it is to get 2 blocks in an NBA basketball game with actual
I'm not knocking that.
You know how hard it is to get 2 steals in an NBA basketball game with actual NBA players?
All of that. You just scrolled through and said Go ahead.
2 steals and 2 blocks. We don't have to spend more time on this because I already told you.
All right, then let me get this off there. You just searched through and found a 9, 8, and 4 game and said, "See Exhibit A." Like, dog, that didn't round me up.
I'm telling
you, that didn't do what you thought it did.
That Isaiah Hartenstein is a great passer of the basketball.
Yeah.
And even that skill is limited because of our low efficiency, high volume scorers and the fact that they're both high.
Not in these last 2 games.
Not
in these last 2 games. They look really good.
And I'm here to tell you, with Mitchell Robinson, he would have 10 points because Jalen Brunson would throw the ball to him 40 times. I'm just being real with you. If you a hater, be a hater.
You just made up something and then say it's reality. You just made up something and say this is the way it's going to go.
I'm telling you.
So you're saying Mitch Robinson will come back after his injury again next year and start averaging 10 a game because of Lob City.
Isaiah Hartenstein gets is literally Mitchell Robinson points. So if you want to value, like if Isaiah Hartenstein, I promise you,
it's not.
All 10 of his points yesterday, 4 of them were free throws. 3 of them were dunks. 3 of them were dunks.
First of all, you should have known you did something when you said free throws alone, buddy. You should have said those free throw points ain't Mitch points. And you should have known that when you said that on rip. Yeah, bro.
Nitpicking.
I'm nitpicking. You bringing up these lowly little stats and being like, this proves the point that this guy who can't guard the people you're concerned about is good enough to keep the guard the people you're concerned about.
No, because my whole point is that Mitchell Robinson is going to be a better fit than Nikola Vucevic or anybody you bring in that's not about to come in here and score 20 points.
There's no way to prove that until that happens. So you could just say that, but that doesn't mean anything for real. Vooch is better, and that's a fact.
He's not.
But he is. But he is. That's bias. That's crazy. That's crazy.
I don't believe it. I'm being honest with you.
We can move past it, and we can ask everybody out there, who is the better player? Vooch? Wait. Let's
you can do it.
Put it out there.
I'm not moving on.
We can put it out there. Who is better, Vooch or Mitch, and just see what the people say. Because you're saying this like it's controversial, and I'm like, this is a landslide victory.
It's not.
All right, and that's what I want to see. That's what I want to see.
And I'm telling you,
I'm gonna post it up. I'm gonna post it up.
Better player. I'm gonna still say Mitchell Robinson. And regardless,
we don't gotta spend all day on it. We're gonna leave it to the streets.
I'm gonna get my last point.
Get it off. But we're gonna leave it to the streets.
We could say it was a bad. We could say who's a better player. I'm gonna stand on Mitchell Robinson. I can say it. I can say what I want to say. Who is the better fit? It's not Nikola Vucevic.
No. We're not playing that semantics game about something that we can't even prove. You heard the question already. Who's the clearly better player? No,
Nikola Vucevic is in. Nikola Vucevic.
That holds as much weight as you saying he's going to magically start scoring 10 points a game. You just made these things up out of fandom.
Who's the better player?
Who's the better player?
Who's the better player? Paolo Banchero or Jalen Brunson? Who's the better fit? Paolo Banchero. Like we're talking about a team of
glitching, bro. You're glitching. You're glitching right now. You're talking about something completely off topic. Let's move on.
I'm just telling you what it is. I'm just telling you what it is. You're wrong, but we can move on.
You're telling me a bad take, but this is America, baby. You're allowed to have it.
I'm telling you that your take is horrendous.
We're going to leave it to the streets. I'm confident in this.
Leave it to the streets. You're going to be mad as hell.
Oh, I bet you won't.
When they be like, yo, that brother Vucevic can't guard a stop sign. You're going to be mad as hell.
Who is better, Mitch or Vooch?
Robinson.
And you're not winning that. You're not winning that.
Mitchell Robinson.
That's
fine.
fandom. That's cool. But that's not real.
A lot of niggas don't know ball, and that's fine too.
We're going to disqualify the whole streets now.
I'm just being real with you. A lot of niggas don't know ball, so the streets can be.
Yo, I agree. A lot of people don't. That's crazy.
If we being honest, a lot of niggas don't know ball. A lot of niggas think. A lot of niggas think that because Ja Morant scored 40 points and a nigga scored 35 points on him, that Ja Morant cooked him. No, they both cooked each other.
That's not the case. But that's not the argument here either. That's not going to be the case in this poll either. It's just real simple. Who is better? Like, I can't even believe this is a debate. Like, it's funny. I keep bringing up centers that are statistically and all up and down consensus better than Mitch. And each time you pick Mitch, that's pure fandom, bro.
We can go.
That's not objective. That's not objective.
I don't mind. We could go down the list.
I love the belligerence. I like that you don't mind.
Not belligerent at all.
I love the out the window. I love the out the windowness of Mitch. I love the fandom.
I gave you Kristaps Porzingis is better than him. I gave you Joel Embiid is better than him.
Yeah.
Brook Lopez is better than him. I'm not giving you no Daniel Gafford.
We don't
talk about him.
We don't gotta do. He's priced where he belongs. We agreed on that. Those same players you're talking about, he's priced right there where he belongs.
The next thing you're going to tell me is bring in Valanciunas and shit because the nigga could get 10 and 10. I'm not trying to hear this nigga. I love you, bro.
We don't need to put in more things in there to make a bad point. We don't need to add things in there to make a bad point. I stand on what I'm saying, and then we're going to put up the poll, and then we're going to see. TikTok going to love it.
Nicole.
Don't worry about it. TikTok going to love it.
Get out of here. That
Mitchell Robinson. Mitchell Robinson. Make me pull up Mitchell Robinson. Yo, what?
Mad.
What has Mitchell Robinson?
And to be fair, he's probably the only person in this trade that you put that I would absolutely be like, no. Bring me Andre Drummond to go do
which is fine. It's progress because there always no before. You're coming around slowly, and I'm here for it.
I'm not putting a traffic cone out there.
You're coming around slowly,
and
I'm here for it. I do like that.
I'm not doing that.
No, I understand.
Nikola Vucevic would never play for Tim.
Hey. We can stay on this.
Be getting Evan Fournier minutes. He making just as much as Evan Fournier.
We can stay on this.
Right on the bench.
But I'm gonna just put up the poll and then we're gonna just leave it to the people. You don't gotta debate it no more. They'll just let you know real easily.
This nigga said $18 million. Nikola Vucevic. Evan Fournier made $18 million. He could shoot the basketball. That nigga Tibbs not paying that nigga. I'm sorry. 18.8. 18.5. He made 0.3 more than
you. Which is $2 million more than Mitch, and you acting like it's not well spent over there, bro. You
on the depreciated contract, $15 million, then it's $14 million, then it's $12 million.
Yeah, I know.
Vucevic
there's a reason why he got that.
His contract
I complete that was properly valued.
Mitch got that contract
$14 million average.
Injury prone.
That makes sense.
It's an injury prone contract. That's all.
Because he can't do nothing on the other side of the ball.
That's all it is. He could be easily making.
And because he can't do anything offensively.
No, that's not what it is. It's not.
So that part doesn't count. So now that doesn't count at all. Okay.
It doesn't count. It's the difference between 15 million and 20 million. It's the difference between 15 million and 45 million, Rudy Gobert.
Okay.
All right, moving on. Yeah. That was fun. I enjoyed that. All right, it's time. It's time, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for the final.
Oh, yes.
For the final.
This is perfect. This is what we need after that one. Yes.
It is time for the Rowan Report.
The
final
report.
The Rowan Report.
As sad as it could be.
You gotta say it as melancholic as possible. All right.
What do you want to say to Rowan?
So I am not RJ Barrett's biggest fan, but I do know him.
Have you heard from him?
I have. He's in pain. Okay. He was going through it on Saturday. I'm gonna be real with you. He was going through it on Saturday because getting rid of IQ and getting rid of Rowan was just a lot. Those are two favorite players on the team, and for real, that's crazy. So RJ Barrett, as you guys know, number 3 overall pick. We're gonna try to do him a little bit of justice. This is the last Rowan Report. So let's start with bad, and then we'll start with good.
I was saying we didn't talk about that beforehand. We didn't talk about justice for Rowan.
Yeah, justice for Rowan was a thing. So the Knicks went 0-2 prior to the RJ Barrett trade. I'm personally gonna give RJ Barrett a record of 0-4.
Yeah.
Because he lost. He lost within the game.
Yeah.
It was bad. It was bad. Like I said, I'm an eye test guy. The numbers usually don't tell the whole story, and for good reason. Because you can look at these games and be like, yeah, he's probably not a 3. He's probably a 4. Fourth best player on the championship team, that is. And it's pain. Did I think we would trade him? It never crossed my mind, to be honest with you. I never thought he was the asset that we would give up. Especially after not doing the Donovan Mitchell trade. I thought that, he's here. I did not love these final 3 games as a Knick at all. They were underwhelming, to say the least.
Because they were atrocious?
To say the
least. Is that why?
Huh?
Because it was atrocious? Is that why?
No, they were atrocious games.
Okay. Yeah.
Magic, he was bad.
That makes sense.
Thunder, he was bad.
Yeah.
And what was the game on New Year's? I mean, on Christmas? Was it the Christmas game that he was also bad?
The Bucks? Yeah, that was a Christmas Day miracle.
Yeah. For the second half of the Bucks, he was bad.
Yeah.
And that's the truth that's just the reality that we've dealt with RJ Barrett. It's pain. I can't lie to you. It's real pain. I hated seeing him go out like this. I wish it would have went out a little bit better, but it's pain. It's real pain. I thought it was telling, like I said earlier, that Knicks Twitter is more upset about losing quickly than losing RJ.
It's not close.
And it's not close.
It's
not
close.
even remotely close. remotely close. How Knicks Twitter took this trade. They were calling him a toxic asset in the news. That's the word around NBA GM land. I thought that was telling. It showed how we overvalued our own assets. Because if we, and I'm myself included, I thought RJ was untouchable for the most part, especially after the playoff series last year when he showed up. He showed up to support Jalen. At the very least, I thought, all right, he's here. The first year of the contract, and he's still young. He's 22. Just don't give up on a 22-year-old like that unless you are convinced that there's no way in hell or high water he is good enough to be a positive contributing factor on a championship team. That's just tough, honestly. That's just tough because I've resigned to the fact that that's kind of how I feel too.
So do you think, because a lot of people believe since IQ was leaving, that trade is to get
I agree.
RJ. And you believe they really meant for RJ?
I think that because IQ left, I think that trade was meant for Emmanuel quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that trade was meant for Emmanuel quickly, and RJ was the negative asset in the trade.
Right.
That's what I think. I really think that trade only happens because RJ is Toronto's son. Like he's from Toronto.
Right.
And they took on paying him $27 million a year because they believe in him. The country believes in him. And that's fair.
Which is what I'm saying. Like, do you think Toronto was like, we're since quickly going to be a Spur next year or a Magic, we're doing this like we have a shot to keep quickly, but we know we're going to keep RJ.
I think that Emmanuel quickly was the asset we had to throw in to make the trade work.
Okay, there you go. He's a sweetener.
Yeah, I think he is the sweetener.
Right.
Out of all the players that were traded, I think
he's the best sweetener on our team.
He's the sweetener. It's understandably so why people were upset about it, because they're like, if to get off the RJ contract, we had to throw in Quickly's expiring.
Right.
we should probably get a player better than OG Anunoby. Now that remains to be seen, who really wins the trade. But I think that's so telling.
Right.
That it couldn't have been an RJ Barrett, OG Anunoby swap. This is Toronto's native son.
Right.
He's going to come back there. He's going to get love. You got him at a reasonable contract. He's 22. He aligns with Scotty Barnes, who's only 20 or 21. And they probably said, we don't think RJ is as great as he needs to be to justify his contract at this point, because he's going to be a year in his contract. He's playing for the next contract, which means if he shows up what he needs to be, that's $45-50 million. So you're going to have to throw in a sweetener in there. And I think that they really wanted Emmanuel quickly. I really do think that. I really think that they wanted him. But like you said, it's volatile. He might leave.
Right.
So you got to get something for that. So,
right.
Like I said, I think that's extremely telling. I don't love that for the Rowan delegation of America, the RDA. I don't love that I just don't love that for like the optics of it. And to be clear, I'm definitely rooting for RJ and quickly, not against us. And I don't root for Toronto because I don't fuck with Toronto, but I'm rooting
I don't root for I hope they have good seasons and they get traded.
Yeah. Yeah, I need them out of the division. I don't want neither of them in the division. But
go to the Spurs.
Yeah, go to the West. But yeah, I think that is telling, right? So if I had to define the RJ Barrett era for the Knicks, I would say 2 words. Maddeningly inconsistent. Maddeningly inconsistent. I've said on multiple occasions, the brother has the tools. I've seen it with my own eyes. He is 6'6", and he is capable of scoring when he's being a smart basketball player. He's capable of greatly impacting the game when he's being a smart basketball player. The problem is, I think he gets tunnel vision. And when his tunnel vision shows, it just looks gross. It just looks gross. And I can say that now because he's not on our team. And like I shield my guys. I'm not gonna say like I might be tough on them, but I shield my guys. Maddeningly inconsistent.
Yes.
Maddeningly inconsistent. Maddeningly inconsistent.
Yeah.
For somebody making over $100 million. My bar is that I support you until you make over $100 million, and then you got to show me shit.
Yeah, you got to show up.
If you are making over $25 million a year for 4 years or whatever, get you over the $100 million hump, you got to show me more. It's just the truth. It's just the God honest truth.
It's the burden of 100 mil.
You are held to a different standard. I'm not going to hold RJ Barrett to the same standard that I heard Emmanuel quickly until Emmanuel quickly gets his money. Then you can hold him to that standard. Not going to hold him to the same standard as Quentin Grimes. I am going to hold him to the same standard that I hold Julius Randle. I am going to hold him to the same standard that I hold Jalen Brunson, because that is what comes with the territory. That is what comes with the territory.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate. But if you want to be that guy, this is what it is. It's the same. It's the same. I don't even want to say problem, but it's the same thing you're going to deal with in Toronto. And Toronto fans are a lot nicer than New York fans. Let's be real.
Yeah.
Canada is a beautiful place.
Canada's
sweet. A beautiful place. Toronto, I love. It's one of my favorite cities.
Have you been to Caribana? Oh my God.
I haven't yet, but I plan.
It's a delight. It's a delight.
I haven't yet. I'm saying
Streets
Toronto's
are clean,
a beautiful
the police
city.
are nice. It's crazy.
I've had one of my greatest experiences in my life in Toronto. Honestly and truly.
Man.
So they're much nicer than us. So maybe he'll get a lot more leeway. But eventually they'll come into the same issues. If you're going to consistently be maddeningly inconsistent, you get what I'm saying? What choice did we have? What choice did we really have? And I didn't think that we would do it. And that's just the God honest truth. I really did not think that we would do it. I thought we were going to be very stubborn in this.
Yes.
Like, regardless if we saw the forest from the trees, and regardless if the smoke clears, we just gonna be like, you know what? He's ours though. Like, we drafted him, and there's a lot of stature that comes with that. Number 3 overall pick. He's the highest draft pick since when? When was the last time we drafted this high?
Wow. Pat. I don't know a number 2 pick we've ever had.
Yeah. He's the only since Pat, I would say, I think the only draft pick to get a second contract. The only first round draft pick to get a second contract. Mitch was the other one. The only regular draft. Mitch was the only other draft pick to get a second contract, but he's a second round pick. So it's like, we have homerism, and that's fine. I'm okay with that. Like, I have Jalen Brunson's my guy.
Right.
I wasn't rooting for Jalen Brunson when he was on Knicks South. Like, you get what I'm saying?
That's how it goes.
And I'm okay for him as hard as I need to when it comes to Ty Halliburton or anybody. And RJ got that same love. He got the same love because he showed effort. And even when he was bad,
he tried.
He tried.
Yeah.
But that's neither here nor there, right? RJ Barrett, I'm rooting for you, King. I really am. Final road report grade. Going out. D+.
Oh man. D+. Yeah.
D+.
You are very nice. See, that's what I'm saying. That fandom be real, bro. That fandom, son, you really be having these people back. I believe it was the Nick, always a Nick, but I'm gonna call you how I really feel about you. My boy, brother Barrett. Brother Barrett. Oh my God. The number 3 pick, brother Barrett. The noise and the mid 3, and all of this stems from Barrett. All of this stems from Randle was getting all-stars and all NBAs and doing his thing in this time. This is RJ. Granted, he's gotten better at a few things. Very proud of him for turning that free throw around. His free throw percentage getting better this season is what's going to give him a shot and sticking in the league longer, because he still could draw fouls. Yeah, he can still get out there, and now he's hitting the free throws. So that's going to help. The problem is, you do that a lot, and you're not always getting a foul call. Usually the numbers would say you're missing those. You're missing those drives and trying to put it up over the trees, and it's not working for you. You got the size for it, but that size has messed you up a little. It made you slower. That size, you lost a step on defensively, and man, like we said earlier, New Yorkers love a good defensive effort. Boy, do we. Oh, we'll do some things for a good defensive effort, boy. I tell you, we out the window for some defensive effort, bro. We really value. So you came in and you were showing us that. You blocked DeRozan for a win, dog. You blocked Butler for a win, dog. We was there for these moments. You had moments out here, bro. Like, and you put on weight. You lost a step. You've never really recovered. I was hoping that last year you put on the weight and it showed, and this summer you was going to fix that, and then you would have gone back to being a primary defender, which is what we was like toting you as when we first had you. Yeah. We was putting you on all the hymns in the league. And then we was putting everybody else on them because as time went on, you was losing it. So defensively, you lost it, which is sad, because that's where effort usually translates.
Yep.
And for the effort that we see on all the sulking and sorrow on your face to where we're not smiling, and it's just Mamba mentality. We believe you had it in you. You work hard. You look like you work hard. When we thought you fixed your shot in the playoffs, we believed you, bro, because you work hard. We even ignored the fact you went like 1 for 11 in the game 6 against Miami and just completely bummed it out there. And we ignored that because you looked better for the most part, and then you came back looking good for like 2 weeks. And we was like, RJ, yes, Yes, it's clicking. It's finally time. Because we ate a lot of crow dealing with you. I had to defend you to a lot of people. No, we ain't trading RJ. You know when the player's prime is, dog? Player's prime is like 27, 28, 29. We got him towards the end of his year to when he's going to just start hitting his prime. And when he gets there, you'll all see. We're going to keep all our youngers. We'll all see. And you know why we pushed everything down the road? For you, RJ. We was waiting for down the road. Every plan that all these Knicks fans are making is like, we don't need a concern about contending now. Because a good chunk of our investments is not even ready right now. We just need to build up to the youth and get them good enough. And 3, 4, 5, 6 years, we may be good enough then with favorable contracts and keep it. Dog, we bended the knee for you, bro. Like, we've extended a lot of grace. And we got, I almost said nothing for, we didn't get nothing for it. We didn't get nothing for it. We gave up a good second round pick. We gave up a great young prospect. We had to do that because you alone, even though on the books your contract is bigger than OG, meaning that we didn't have to do it for cap. We didn't have to make money work for this to happen. We had to make the talent valuation work. And that's where you held us down. Like, in a big way. And you've done it time after time again. Seriously, dog. How many 5 for 14, 5 for 17, 4 for 13, 7 for 19? How many sub 40% games are you allowed to have?
A lot.
There's a stat I saw that said 10,000 minutes is not as common in the NBA as you think. And over X amount of time, I tried to send it to you, but it was hard for you to read or whatever, but this is what it was saying. Over X amount of time, the players who have hit 10,000 minutes and yada, yada, yada. It was 182 players. They ranked it by win shares and player efficiency ratings and all the good stuff. Uh-huh. And my boy Barrett was ranked out of 182, 181. I kid you not. All right?
Oh, no.
181 out of 182. You know what that means? That means we gave you time.
We did.
We gave you the minutes, bro.
Telling you, at 5 years, bro.
And you got every bit of those 38 minutes of games.
We sure did.
We invested.
We invested. I'm not sure if we put him in the best position to succeed, but we did give him the opportunity.
If we didn't do what we did, he would have looked like Kevin Knox. We sacrificed Kevin Knox that year. Even if Kevin Knox had a shot at being good, we killed him by putting him out there, featuring him in that god-awful team. And by keeping the worst team I've ever seen, the Knicks had.
Terrible. It really was so bad.
Yeah. And by keeping the players, but Randle saved you. Like, Randle took all the heat off your shoulders. When they start calling you mid, you deserve those combos long before that. Mm-hmm. Like, RJ Barrett.
That's real. I'm not even gonna lie. That is real.
When they start calling you mid, yeah, you should have heard it.
That is real. You should have heard it much earlier. Maybe the slander would have worked. Slander would have worked.
Well, we talk about yo, you know what? We like you. Once a Knick, always a Knick. And I'm not gonna beat you over the head anymore because you're not here to listen to this. So that's fine. But you gave him too high of a grade. You were a fail, RJ. You got a big fat F. Like, you got, yes, man. Yes. You wow. And you earned this F too.
That's real. Listen,
because you made it moves quickly. And that second round pick, even though they called it a second round pick, that was a good pick.
Real.
That's better than some of the protected first picks we have. Some of those protected first picks, we have a protected first pick that's going to be a late second round pick next year.
That's real.
Like, that was a good second round pick we gave. They're going to turn that into a first rounder real easily. We lost all of these good assets because of you, RJ. We did our job. I wish you the best though. Once a Knick, always a Knick. Unless you Oakley.
Oh yeah, we don't fuck with y'all Oakley no more.
We don't do that around here.
All right, yo, F is tough, but I can't fight you. I can't
find any good.
I can't fight you on that.
No assist. The passing was bad.
When you break it down like that, 5 years.
The rebounding was soft. The passing was bad. The defense was lackluster. The offense was never consistent. You was consistently missing. But we're happy you got your free throws right because that's going to extend your career. And I'm happy to see you eat. I'm happy to see all my former Knicks eat.
That's real. I give you that. I'm going to give you that. The highs, they were the highs. I'm going to give you that. When you saw the potential, you was like, this might be him, bro. But the lows, boy, they was bad. I'm not gonna lie. We've recapped plenty of games between this year and last year where we saw really, really like God J,
right?
Star J, All-Star J,
Star J,
Bum J. Like it was. I think that, and I just think that we could. That's why I said he was consistently, maddeningly inconsistent. It was insane to me. It really was. To really sit down and recognize it, I've been on and off the RJ train multiple times. I can't even lie to you. In 5 years, I've been on and off. My recent get back on the train was when I saw the playoffs, and I was like, okay. Julius is hurt. Julius is not playing well. You stepped up. Like you just step up the way $100 million man should. You feel me? But you stepped up. And I
the way a role player in the starting lineup should. That's how you stepped up.
That's real. And that's real.
Tough.
I never thought we would trade him, but we did. And honestly,
for the record, IQ hasn't had a good playoffs yet either with us.
He hasn't.
It's worth noting that maybe they see something that we're overlooking because we love him so. Because we love him so. You feel me?
To be honest, the only person that's had a good playoffs is Jalen Brunson.
That's very true.
To be honest.
Hey, be more honest. Mitchell Robinson against Jared Allen. That was
he absolutely fucking cooked him.
That was
both
prime Mitch.
Both
that
of
was
them. Both of them.
Yeah.
Evan Mobley. They say Evan Mobley.
I don't respect Jared Allen. I never did. I've never, ever did. I just thought he had a really cool throw, and he worked hard enough. But I never thought Allen was good like that. But he was All-Star once. I don't know how that happened, but he was. And
let's be clear. I was about to say Wendell Carter Jr. After Wendell Carter Jr. in my Mitch argument, I was about to say Jared Allen, and I was waiting for you to tell me that nigga was better than Mitchell Robinson. When I watch, I don't know. 5 games. But I'll give you that.
No, that's crazy. That's crazy talk. I don't do crazy talk. I just predict the future.
I'm here. Moving on. We got two more to get through. We got one more to get through before we get to the previews. We've been recording for 2 hours and 20 minutes.
Yo, it's been a good one.
This is a good one. Oh yeah, it is an important one. Moving on. I gotta give some praise. I spoke about it earlier. It's time for the curious case of Julius Randle. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the curious case of Julius Randle. As you guys know, this segment has been birthed from the very beginning when we was the Upstate Knicks pod, because Julius Randle is just a confusing individual for me. He really is. I don't get him. I don't. I would say I'm probably the biggest Julius Randle contrarian that I know. I'm probably the biggest Julius Randle contrarian that most people know. I like him. Just we know. We're well aware.
Let's go, Jules! Super!
I'm gonna give credit where credit is due. The brother is balling. He is balling. 19 straight games of 20 plus points. 19 straight games of 20 plus points. And I'm talking about he's cooking. Yes. He's cooking every power forward matchup I'm seeing. Honestly and truly.
Yes.
And it's looking good. Now
he's different from all of them.
Yeah.
Talk about it.
Now, because I'm objective, I don't really care about regular season Julius Randle. I don't discount the regular season. I think it's important. But I've seen enough regular season Julius Randle to know that he's more than capable of being this individual in the regular season. my stock in Julius Randle goes in the playoffs, and I won't be able to see that until April. And I'll continue to say that. But I'm gonna give credit where credit is due. These numbers are insane. He's cooking. He is cooking. And I'm talking about
doubles galore.
I am loving the fact that he is not thinking. He is reacting to what the defense is giving him, and that is what they've always gave him, which is the paint. They're going to give you the three because you're a nut. And if it's open, they're going to shoot it. But in all fairness,
while in the paint, he's making some buckets in the paint. He's making some beauties.
He's shrugging niggas off. Woo. This is what I always thought he could do. He's 6'9".
Fair.
Brolic. Giannis is doing this to niggas every night. Giannis is not, and I told y'all, Giannis got no bag. He's cooking people off pure will.
Randle is not concerned with Giannis. He is not afraid of Giannis. I love that matchup when we played.
That's fine. That's fine. My whole thing is continue. Bro, attack the paint. There's nobody in the gym the way you in the gym in the Eastern Conference, in my opinion. What you did to Karl Anthony Towns is what I need every single day. He was killing him. Kentucky crime. He was cooking his fucking bacon. It was insane. It was insane to watch. I was like, yes, and yes. I want to see this all the time. And honestly and truly, Julius Randle is another person that is maddeningly inconsistent, but he's way more consistent than RJ. And that's saying a lot. Yeah. That's saying a lot. But my whole viewpoint on Julius, and I'll tell you this, I will continue to say this. Bro, when his motor is on 10, I feel like we can beat anybody. The problem is it's not always on 10. So to see like a straight great month, and I'm not discounting him at all. It was a great December. A great December for Julius.
What was needed.
A great December for Julius.
This is a redemption year, bro. Like last year when he got the All-Star thing was kind of a redemption year. It felt like, no, this is the one.
This has to be the one. I'm gonna tell you why this one has to be the one. Last year was his first year as the two on a playoff team, and to call it injuries, call it whatever you want. I didn't complain about Julius at all in the regular season. Not once. Not really once. And y'all can go check the tape. I don't think I complained about him once in the regular season. To be honest, because he was cooking. He was being good. The playoffs is when I was like, I was done with. But it was his first year being a 2. I think this is the real redemption year because this is his second year being a 2. And it's clear that Jalen is the 1. You're the 2, and he's being good. And I do feel like it's a mentality thing. I think year 1 was like a power struggle in a way, right? I feel like it's a power struggle. Like, yo, this is my team. You came to my team. And yes, like we got to figure this out. I think Julius Randle, and I think the best thing that happened to him is that he knows this is Jalen Brunson's team. He knows this is Jalen Brunson's team. But we are definitely still building around you because you are good enough to be built around. And I think that's the best thing. That's the best thing that can happen for his career. That's the best thing that can happen for his tenure as a Knick. I think what's even better, a better thing that can happen for his tenure as a Knick is us bringing in an actual 2 and him being the number 3 option at a high level. At a high level. I'm talking about getting bored, out here putting points. Like he could average 20, 10, and 5 as a third option. Like he's averaging 25, 10, and 4 as a second option. And that's fine. And that does put a ceiling on us offensively until he can prove otherwise, because Jalen Brunson has proven to me. I saw them double team him 94 feet and he still scored 35 points in the playoffs. He's proven to me that I don't need to worry about him in the playoffs. Right. That's fair. The question on Julius Randle is always going to be the playoffs until like a wise man always said that it's a trend until it isn't. You get what I'm saying? It's a trend until it isn't. You got to go out there and prove to us as a fan base, and me specifically, I'm not even, I tell you, I don't like talking for the fan base. We're crazy. We're toxic. Me specifically, you got to prove to me that you can walk into the playoffs and you can look at Kristaps Porzingis in his grill. You can look at Giannis in his grill. You can look at Bam in his grill and be like, I don't give a damn who you are. I'm giving you 25, 10, and 5. Like, that's what I want. The fact that he averaged 24 points last year and came to the playoffs with 17 points, that's unacceptable. At this point, we have to hold you to a different standard. And that's always going to be my case with Julius Randle. That's why it's the curious case of Julius Randle. Because if he stops giving effort, you're going to see it. You're going to see it. You're going to see it. We always see it.
Right.
One thing I'll give RJ, and even though he left, is that he's going to give effort. You're going to see the IQ with RJ. You're going to see, oh, this nigga might actually not have a strong basketball IQ.
Right.
Like, we know, like, I think Randle has a pretty high basketball IQ.
Yeah, of course. You can't do what he's doing without knowing what you're doing.
Which is why it's crazy when he be going through his spells. Because it's like, bro, you can pass well. You can shoot the three. You can get to the rim. You can get your teammates involved. But you decided today you were just going to be a nut. You look at the game and you're like, that's why I think it's more of a choice than Randle. I don't think RJ knows. Like, I don't think he's capable. I know Randle's capable. So that's why he's even more frustrated than RJ. And that's why, like you said, he's going to get the brunt of the blame. He's a better player. He's a better player. They have the same skill set. He's a better version.
Right.
Like, if we're being honest, he's a better version. So if you know that you're capable, if you know that he's capable of doing this, that, and a third, and he doesn't do it, you're going to get upset. Naturally. But when he's doing what he has to do, it looks like this. It looks like these gaudy stat lines. That's what it looks like. He's capable. We're not seeing RJ with 39-point games, bro. Like, that's not happening. That wasn't happening.
Yeah, no.
It wasn't happening. So if we know that Julius Randle is capable of putting up 40 points at any given night, if he's on.
Once again, back-to-back 30s.
Easy, too. It wasn't hard. Like, did it look hard to you?
No.
Did it look hard? And we're talking about he went against Karl Anthony Towns.
And it was against the Wolves.
The Wolves, the number one team in the league. Rudy Gobert is down there.
A huge team. Giants.
He makes $45 million a year, and he couldn't stop Julius Randle. He couldn't stop Julius Randle. No, shit. He's the front runner of defensive player of the year. He couldn't stop Julius Randle at all.
It's true.
You get what I'm saying? Patrick, Andre Drummond's been playing defense. That's the only thing I know him for. And rebounding the defense.
Right.
He couldn't stop Julius Randle.
No. That's not the thing.
If you're capable of being this person, that's all I'm saying.
Right.
I got to hold you to a different standard. And that's where I'm at with Julius Randle. Congratulations, brother. I hope they should give you Eastern Conference Player of the Week. They should give you Eastern Conference Player of the Month. Honestly and truly.
You deserve it for the month.
He absolutely cooked up. And I'm going to give him that.
The curious case of Julius Randle. Julius, I already know you was the goods. I knew you were the good when you was in Atlanta, losing against Atlanta in the playoffs because everybody sucked around you and your point guard got fired basically in the middle of the playoffs.
Alfred Payton.
It was the worst Nick ever. I mean,
Alfred Payton.
You still get the once a Nick, always a Nick, but you was just the worst Nick to watch. Like, I couldn't believe that was happening. Seriously, every single moment that Alfred Payton had should have been for a Frank Ntilikina minute. But, I digress. Even then, Randle, I was over there like, nah, this is my guy. Nah, I like Randle. He does a lot. He's getting double and triple team. He's trying to kick it out, and they not scoring. I mean, like, it's not just him. Like, there's 9 other people out there. Like, Derrick Rose is now starting out of nowhere. And I remember what I was saying to defend Julius Randle in the playoffs. I remember last year playoffs. I remember the injury. I remember the matchups. You had the toughest matchups last year. Like, I'm going to stick on that. You had Mosley, Allen, and Bam on you on one leg. And you're going to get no relief because they just going to stay on you because they ain't have to guard the center. I'm not trying to make the argument right now. They ain't have to guard the center. But it was all over you. That's just how that worked out. So I'd like to believe that I'm objective as what's happening on the court in real time too with you, Randle. When I say I believe since Jalen Brunson came here, he took a deep breath and he stepped back. Even last year watching it, I saw him handing the reins to Brunson. Like, I am glad to have the help. Thank you. Because this place is killing me. Mm-hmm. Like, ooh, he looks like he cut his hair. He just feels lighter. He just brother fresh hair right now. You know what I mean? He's just, like, you can see it in everything he's doing right now. He's smiling. He's cracking jokes. You know, there's no more. Yeah.
All the niggas, they too small.
Yo, he demonstrative out there. He's shrugging.
Niggas telling him to hit the weight room.
Yo, good times. Good time. I love when you was shooting them threes, man. My parlays were made. My parlays was made by Julius Randle threes. Okay, it was beautiful last year, but it's like watching the Pokemon evolve, dog. I don't know how to say it, bro. Like the way that you just. And now all of a sudden your game is just so much calmer. It's less erratic. There's less, it looks like you have to do. It looks like there's less dribbling. You're not as far from the paint. You don't have to horse it yourself. Granted, we have one of the best rosters we've ever had right now.
Yeah.
The Josh Hart trade was a game changer. Getting OG is a game changer. Hartenstein's evolution is a game changer. The stuff that we have going on right now out there was beautiful. IQ, because I have to talk about the times, this whole season, game changer. Like, our team, did I say Brunson? Need I say Brunson? Dante? Like, honestly, one of the best rosters we've had in our, since the AC went to the finals. This is the best roster since the AC went to the finals. This is better than any team Melo had.
I can't argue with that.
You feel me?
I think last year's roster was better than the 2012 roster. So this year's roster is better than that roster.
Yes, it is.
I agree with that.
And it just feels like everybody agrees themselves that this is a great roster we have right now. And it looks like everyone is taking it serious and they're doing their thing. Look, Julius, I get it. Every time you huff, puff, or complain, you have 8 million eyes looking at you like you're soft or you're lazy or you have an attitude problem or mental issues, your mental health. I hate that mental health argument. You can't put a mental health argument on somebody, son. You can't do that. That is not okay. I can't, you just can't do that. All right, LeBron can stop and yell at whoever, and so can Luka. You see what Luka look like when he complaining to the ref? Like, I know what Luka look like when he complaining to the ref. I know what every player in the league looks like when they complain to the ref. All right, it's a thing that happens, especially with high usage players, especially when you're a power forward playing bully ball and you get a knocked around, you're not getting the calls. Randle and Brunson are owed about 500,000 foul calls so far this season, as is.
Tip said so, by the way.
Yeah, the Magic game. I forgot to put that in the recap. The refs did that. Ridiculous. The refs wild that.
They did wild out in that game.
And it happens a lot in New York. I don't know what Dolan did to whoever he did what to, but he did that. And we've been paying for that for a minute. So the refs ain't always on our side. It's not always, orange and blue skies. But Randle, you've always been the guy out here you've been leading our team in rebounds and assists since you've got here.
Yes.
You have, and since Brunson got here, you have eased back on the scoring, but you was leading there too.
Yes.
And you get paid half of what you deserve for that.
Yeah.
And to be able to deal with the vitriol of New York. We boo you, we curse your family. We made your son cry. I seen your son cry on TikTok. We did that.
We did. we did. And it don't matter. It don't matter either. We are ruthless. We are a ruthless bunch, bro. That's true.
Rambunctious.
We expect excellence, even though we haven't had excellence in years. That's just the truth.
And our attitude doesn't really deserve it. Like, we haven't done anything special to cultivate excellence out of the people we have.
Nope.
We just pour fire on them. Like, if you're not strong enough to survive this, dog, then you're not good enough for me.
It's a different energy, bro.
And you're capable of it. That's what separates you from the cats, from the Karl Anthony Towns. Yeah. That's what separates you from most of the league, which is why I'm like, no, Julius Randle ain't going nowhere. You're not going to find anybody in the league whose talent equals their contract of Julius Randle. Like, their money may be the same, but he's going to be way more talented. Yeah, or they're the equal talent-wise, but they're getting paid double. You're not going to find somebody getting paid and producing the way you are. We can't do what I'm trying to do without you. Like, we can't do anything I'm trying to do and that also goes to what he was saying about the playoffs. We really can't do anything without you, dog. we need this there, and I have no reason to think that it won't be the case. I have a little reason to think that it may not be the case. No, because in all honesty, even if I talk about the hard matchups or whatever, Hartenstein alone eases that up for you. Hartenstein moves different around the court, just period. It's more space down there for you. He'll go to the top of the key and pass it off from up there. He'll do his thing from all over the court. Like, you got room to work, and it shows, and I like it. And just go get DeRozan. because you're not a closer, Julius, and that's okay with me. You're not a closer, and that's okay with me. I think it's the coach's job to know what he has in a player and maximize that and then cover their flaws with the other players. You're not a closer. Brunson is a closer. We have no questions about Brunson in the playoffs because we've seen Brunson is a closer. We need another closer. And that's why I'll be going hard about DeRozan, all right? Because the stats say he can get him cheap without losing any of our players because we need all of our guys, especially you, Julius Randle. So let's bring him over. Let's do this. Because I deserve a final trip. I want to sit next to Spike Lee.
I agree. I'm not. I think you're wrong about the trade, but I'll in terms of getting to the.
Hey, that's the extra evolution of the trade. There's multiple versions of it, but that's my dream one. Oh yeah, no, I would love that. Oh please, right. Stacked.
All right, so it is time finally for the previews.
Yeah.
All right, we got 4 games we're going to talk about before we come back. Sixers, Wizards, Blazers, and you know what? Knicks South. So we're going to start here. I think that this game right here with the Sixers, we're recording this on the 4th. So the wee hours of the 4th going into the 5th. So we play the Sixers tomorrow. Tomorrow, Friday. I want this game. So I'm unsure. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm unsure.
You better not. We win this game. I'm shipping Mitch out tomorrow.
It might be irrational confidence. Might be irrational confidence.
I think we win it. Game.
So I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm really not, because I think with my slightly irrational confident brain and how I feel so far about the OG Anunoby trade, I feel comfortable that this is going to be a competitive game. I feel comfortable in that. I will say Joel Embiid, regular season Joel Embiid at least,
goods.
Is absolutely the goods. Like, he is absolutely the goods. He's going to draw a lot of fouls. He's going to do a lot. He's going to do a lot.
He's going to do a lot. That might be a 40-pointer. He's going to do a lot.
I'm saying. He's on like a 30-point game streak of like 14 in a row. Like,
he's going crazy.
So I would say this, right? JoJo's going to get his.
You're thinking what I'm thinking.
It's the same. It's my same like Lakers argument, really. He's going to cook us. Like, I have like.
But who else?
Hartenstein, I don't believe that he's going to be able to hold up with Joel. I think that...
No, he won't get in foul trouble.
I think that everybody else, like, especially that he's played this week, was good for him. Like, he blocked Rudy. Like, he blocked Rudy. And Rudy is some mid offensively, so that didn't really mean nothing to me. But, he was blocking Drummond every 5 seconds. He was blocking DeRozan. Like, every time he blocked Kobe White. Like, those are good people to get your stats up. Joel is a different beast. Joel's a different beast. Tyrese Maxey is a different beast. Like, Tyrese Maxey is literally the same problem we had with Emmanuel Quickly. They're gonna have to pay him about 45 to 50 million.
Oh yeah,
like 30 million that we wanted to pay Emmanuel Quickly, because Tyrese Maxey is is absolutely the goods. Like he is. I think that he's not a point guard. I think he's a shooting guard, and they actually need to get a point guard so that he can just go and score with Joel. But other than that, I think that we got to stop those two for sure. I feel more confident in stopping Tyrese Maxey now that OG Anunoby is on the team.
It's with Quentin Grimes. No, yes, I absolutely agree.
I absolutely think that if we let
it'll be a prison transfer from San Quentin to OG Penitentiary. No, no. He's going to be switching off from jail to jail.
It's going to be crazy. Yeah. It's going to be crazy. I think it's going to be a rough night for that brother. Me personally. If he shoots 9 threes and hits 9 because we play drop coverage, so be it.
What can you do?
What can you do at that point, right? But there's nothing in the paint. He's not scoring in the paint. There's nothing in the paint for that brother. Like I don't believe in a lot of their team, but they're a good team. They have Joel Embiid, bro. Like Tobias Harris. Tobias is okay. You know, half Hollow Hills High School. He's from Long Island, so that's neither here nor there. He's capable of being a good third option, but I haven't seen enough of it.
Oh, well, you know, we're notorious about getting cooked by the third and fourth option, especially the second off the bench. Yeah,
I don't know if Shake Milton's still there, but he used to cook us something serious.
Yeah.
Milton is still there.
Remember that one.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna give us this loss. For the simple fact that we still kind of figuring out like OG's like place in the rotation. Would I be surprised if we won? No. I think that I'm gonna give us this loss for the fact that I am still concerned with our depth in the sense that if their best player is a big, I'm concerned.
Right.
I'm concerned. As currently constructed, yes. Precious is not playing well. But once again, I give people 10 games. As a backup power forward, he's auditioning to not be traded in 6 weeks. Not a great start. And I say that I say that with love. Because Joel Embiid is going to absolutely embarrass us if we don't have at least 3 big men. That's like Julius should win the Tobias Harris matchup. He should. He's playing well. He should win that. Jalen Brunson should win the Tyrese Maxey matchup. He should. And I'll even give Tyrese. And I only say that because I think he's going to be in jail legitimately. Like I don't think Jalen Brunson's going to guard him at all.
Right.
But I could even give that a wash. I think that the reality is OG Anunoby, I think this is a good opportunity for him to break out into like a 20-point game. Like I think this is a great opportunity for him to show the low usage 3-and-D, like you get what I'm saying, prowess where if Joel is clamping, if they clamping up, go past the OG, hit the 3. Pass the Grimes, hit the 3. I think we win this game off a good role player game. And I'm not ready to say that we got our role players in order yet. So I'm gonna chalk this as a loss.
All right. Well, I'll make it quick because we running a little long. I chalk it up as a win. I'm gonna go on. I like when we play Philly. We don't do horrible. I gotta look at the numbers because maybe I'm wrong on that.
No, you're absolutely wrong because the first time we beat Joel Embiid was last year.
Last year Christmas? That was the first time we beat him?
That was the first time. He's been playing basketball for 6 years. He's been in the league.
He's playing virtually the same team, but better. Nah. Yeah, you know what? I remember that win vividly. Yeah, no. Yeah, we lost like
and the fact 2 games prior to that. Vividly, the fact that you remember it vividly tells you that we haven't won often.
Yeah, that could easily just be that, right? I'm gonna stand on it. I don't care.
That's fair.
I'm gonna see Taj Gibson and Precious minutes. Yeah. It sounds unorthodox as hell, but it's gonna have to be, and that's just what it's gonna have to be. I want to see OG play up. I want to see how his help defense on JoJo may affect the game. Because we have Quentin Grimes out there. He does not have to just stay on Maxey. Like we have the advantage to have OG be the help defender wherever needs be at that time. So if it's going JoJo and you can play up, which is what everyone's telling you he can do, he can guard from the 1 through the 5 needs be. Well, that's great because it's needs be time.
It is needs be time.
It needs be o'clock. And I'm going to ride that way. I mean, role player game. And when I mean role player game, I mean I need something from everybody basically. Like only one person on that touches this court could have an off game. I mean, and you know, and it can't be Deuce. Like I need a game from everybody.
You need a good
Quentin Grimes. You can be off shooting wise, but I need you defensively.
Yeah.
True. I feel like we have enough. That's what I'm saying. I'm not really worried about most of the East. It's just like we need another closer, and I would like to have another big. If I can get 2 bigs, even better. But besides that, I don't really respect most of them. I don't. Yeah, so we gonna win tomorrow.
All right, cool.
Just because, damn it, we should.
All right, moving on.
Next one's a win.
Back-to-back game. Knicks play the Wizards on Saturday.
Oh, yeah.
I don't need to tell you guys that I think this is a win because I do.
No, this is a win.
I do. I've long said this whole season that the Wizards are the most unserious team in basketball.
Only thing to see if it's going to be a Kuzma audition, and
I wouldn't be mad at that.
I wouldn't be mad at that either.
If you want to get, listen, I like Kyle Kuzma. He be saying crazy shit sometimes.
I do too.
In terms of what he brings to the game, like I'm here for it. Shooting.
His contract is just too good to get him for the type of value that Leon likes. His contract is just too good.
He's an effort guy. Honestly, like you could tell. He's gonna effort. He's not the best defender, but he gets you points. He gets you rebounds. He gets you assists. He just looks like he knows how to play the game. Honestly and truly, and he's just out of his role right now. Like he's not supposed to be a number 1 option on the team, and that's why they have 5 wins on the season because Kyle Kuzma should not be your number 1 option. You're gonna win 5 games with that. I think you put him in another role. We've seen it. We've seen him play with Braun. Like we've seen him play, and there's like a Braun slider, obviously. When you play with Braun, like he done made a lot of people money, like how Tom Brady done made a lot of people money, But I think Kyle Kuzma, I think he's a good fit for a backup power forward. I think he's a great fit for a backup power forward, honestly and truly. And I think that if we're gonna invest our money this year into some depth, like you want to talk about getting another big and another guard, I think Kyle Kuzma is right up there. Like in my opinion, he's on a DeRozan level. But overall, like in terms of impact. If we're talking about the impact that you believe DeRozan gives, I think that Kyle Kuzma brings an impact like that as well. Like I think in other ways for sure, but I think he can in terms about bringing immediate impact, like how Josh Hart came and brought immediate impact. I think he can absolutely do that. But
I feel like Kuzma may be a step better. Better is a wrong word. A step different in a good way from DeJounte Murray.
Yeah, I agree with that.
You know what I mean? Like, he's a step in a good way from DeJounte Murray. I still don't think either have the prestige or the getting over the hump factor that I could get from a DeRozan featuring mostly bench minutes and clutch time need bees as another closer. I just feel like he's too cheap to get and it just brings too much. I stand on that one. The Wizards suck. It's not Kuzma's fault. It's a lot Jordan Poole's fault.
It's OD Jordan Poole's fault. He's like one of the worst nuts I've seen in a while.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, can't wait to go watch him play. Yes.
Yeah, he just be throwing up bullshit.
So good one. A good one. Yeah, hopefully we can rest some players.
Yeah. All right, moving on. Knicks play Blazers. I want to say Monday. or Tuesday. No, it's Tuesday. We play the Blazers on Tuesday.
Smoke them.
They come to the Garden. I'm once again saying
this is easy too.
This is a win. I'm once again saying this is a win. Who do the Blazers have? Anthony Simons is their leading scorer. He's good, but he's also a nut. Like he was raised in the school of Damian Lillard, and I don't think that's a good school to be raised in. I'm just being honest with you.
Damian Lillard is a personality type that is just not my cup of tea, dog. Like, yeah, no.
He was raised in the school of Damian Lillard.
You don't want him to be your vet.
That's just me personally.
Yeah,
and I that's nothing against Dame. I just don't think. I think that, like, for lack of a better term, I think Damian Lillard is like great value Steph. And I think that there's no replacing somebody that's like Steph Curry. Like he gets to do what he does because his name is Steph Curry. Like that's it. That's it. That's the and he's proven that he can do what he does because he's Steph Curry.
Yeah.
Damian Lillard has proven nothing to me.
I agree. Besides that 1-3 over the Rockets in the playoffs, I agree.
I give him this. He did game the Rockets for the series.
That's beautiful.
And he gamed the Clippers for a series. Remember he shot over Paul George?
Yes.
But those are his claim to fame. He's done nothing else.
Great moments, but moments. And
he went to the Western Conference Final one time and he got smoked by Steph and Clay. They cooked both of them, him and CJ. So there's nothing I can say that would make me be like, all right,
that he little broed somebody up,
and I believe in you. No,
right,
Anthony. I think Anthony is a nut. I think he's good. I just think he's a nut. I think that he's absolutely not supposed to be on that team, and they'll probably
both can be true.
I think
a lot of that team's not supposed to be on that team. I think they got Robert Williams still over there, right?
Out for the season again.
Oh, okay.
Out for the season.
They
got Ayton over there. Maybe Ayton will come back.
He don't need to be there either. Like
he's out. He's been out for a while. He's been on my injury report because he's on my fantasy team, and I got him on IR. So
really,
he's been out for a while. I think it's a knee issue.
Who Ayton?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, done. Do we even need to watch the game? We'll watch the game just to give you guys the best. The best that we can give. But dog,
Anthony. They got Anthony scoring. I don't even think Shaedon Sharpe is playing. And I think he's their second best player. What I think, and I'm going to be real with you, if we want to talk about audition, and we didn't speak about this, and we can talk about this next week, but I think this is a Malcolm Brogdon audition.
I've been hearing that. I've been hearing that name around, and I don't think they would have signed Deuce if they was looking in anywhere outside for that. But I could be wrong. Yeah, I think they're cool with him and Flynn, and they're gonna just be like, "Yo, we're gonna ride this out right now because we got enough firepower everywhere else. Like, play defense. We got a 9-man rotation. Play defense."
Say this. I think Malcolm Brogdon is a great trade. I think that is he's another injury-prone person, and the best ability is availability. I think in terms of what we need, I'm just talking about what we need.
I get it. His few spots, so it's easy to see. I understand.
Pass first. He could play point guard. He could play next to Brunson. In terms of it would probably take giving up Quentin Grimes. It would probably take giving up a couple. I don't think we would have to give up picks. I think we could give up Quentin Grimes, maybe a second, and I think we could get him. I'm not gonna bullshit you.
I'm so into my head about DeRozan and Drummond for non-rotational players and picks that the idea of trading away a rotation piece just rubs me the wrong way. But that's just how I feel about it. I get where y'all come from. Real. I would like to have the whole also. Set. Yeah.
But I'm just going off what I'm hearing. But that's what you know, there.
You know what I heard? Absolutely stupid. Just absolutely stupid. Ricky Rubio. All right, we can move on.
He retired today. And he retired today.
I heard it today.
And he retired today. He retired legitimately. Good. But yeah, we beat them.
Officially retired, done.
Officially retired.
All right, well then, good. Congratulations, Ricky Rubio. There has never been a year where Ricky Rubio to the Knicks has not been mentioned. Every year since he was drafted. And for today, the day that you're retiring, I got to hear it one more time. I'm a little sentimental about that. That's kind of special. I tip my hat to you, Ricky. Never a Knick, never a Knick. I'm glad we kept it that way.
All right. Yeah,
all right. So after the Blazers.
Final game of the week when we come back. Y'all know I go talk about this. Shout out my brother. Shout out my brother Chase Scott. My brother. Oh man. One of my groomsmen in my wedding. He is a die-hard Dallas Mavericks fan, and this is the last time y'all hear me say that because I do not refer to them as the Dallas Mavericks. They are Knicks South.
Yes.
Let's be clear. Knicks South.
Commonly known
as Knicks South. Why are they Knicks South, Ham? You may ask. Oh, because look at their roster. In the past 5 years, it is fluttered with Knicks players.
Yes.
Former Knicks to put around Luka Doncic. So I got us winning this game. First of all, for obvious reasons, I'll never admit that we will lose to Knicks South on wax. Never, ever.
Right.
Book it. I don't care if we got the worst team. I'll never admit it on wax. But for purely basketball reasons.
Right.
I love the idea of a him off between Luka Doncic and Jalen Brunson. I love that idea. Simultaneously loving the idea that Jalen Brunson does not have to play defense in this game at all.
It's true.
Because they have Kyrie.
Yeah.
They have Luka Doncic. We got guys for them.
We got guys for that.
We got guys for them.
Yes.
Like I said, with the JoJo matchup, I'm a little skeptical when the best player is a big because
I want to see what OG looks like guarding a supreme, helping a supreme big. So but you're absolutely right.
But I want to see OG Anunoby look like guarding a supreme being. Let's be clear.
Yeah.
He guarded Ant. Ant had 35, but when he shadowed him, Ant was in jet.
Yeah.
Luka is better than Anthony Edwards.
Yes, he is.
And Luka, I put Luka on the level that I put Jason Tatum, and we're going to have to face that man.
Yeah.
So I need to see OG. I need to see OG against Luka Doncic and Jason Tatum. Those are the two people I really need to see.
I have Luka over Tatum. He's just a little more magical.
And that's fair. Fair. You get what I'm saying?
Weird.
We don't have to play Luka until the finals.
No, I hear you. This is a tester. No, you're right. How do we look against Supreme Being?
I have to see him against a Supreme Being. Yeah. Like and like I've said on multiple occasions, there's only like 5 or 6 guys in the league. In the league that I believe could take you to a championship. And God honest truth, 4 of them are bigs. Four of them are bigs.
Wow.
The other 2 are Luka Doncic and Jason Tatum. Those are the other 2.
When you mean bigs, you mean centers or centers and forwards?
Centers and people masquerading as centers.
Okay.
As a la Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Okay.
And I'm not even putting JoJo in there. Like legitimately, I'm putting Nikola.
Yeah.
I'm putting
Giannis.
I'm putting
Anthony Davis?
Not Anthony Davis.
I'm about to say street clothes? Like that's a lot.
Street clothes. No, I do have hold up. I have Luka, Giannis, Tatum, Braun, and Kawhi. I'm sorry. So I don't have 4 of them being center.
Okay.
So I got and these are and I have Luka off the fact that I just know he can do it. Like, I see him cook.
That's brought to you by Disney.
I see him cook 2 all NBA defenders for 7 games. Twice. Kawhi and Paul George could do nothing with that man. Twice for 7 games.
Nice.
Each. I've seen enough from Luka to know, he might be the one.
Right.
Jason Tatum. So I gotta see OG lock this brother up. Like Luka is the primary definition of a low efficiency, high volume scorer. He is the primary definition. What he combats being low efficiency is the fact that he can get you 10 rebounds and 10 assists in 1 quarter if he wants to. It is more of a choice. It is more of a choice to give you chips with him. He could really just dissect you to death.
Yes.
So I'm using Luka as my litmus test for OG specifically. And if he locks up OG, if OG locks up Luka, I'm not worried about Kyrie. I'm never worried about Kyrie. Kyrie, great talent. He's a nut.
Right.
But he's also somebody that doesn't impact winning the way that Luka does.
Right.
So, and honestly, I don't see anybody else on Knicks South that I truly trust. Tim Hardaway Jr., get him out of here. I'm not worried.
Yeah, I love that he's still getting checks.
Once a Knick, always a Knick for sure.
Once a Knick, always a Knick. Eat, young man.
I'm not worried about Timmy. I'm not worried about the rookie center, Derek Lively. I'm not worried about him. They still got who they still run out Dwight Powell. I'm not worried about no Dwight Powell.
That should even still be a thing.
Yeah.
Should have brought Dwight Howard back. Yeah, no.
I got us winning this game. And to be honest, I got us winning this game handily.
Do I have us losing a game yet?
You don't. You have us 4-0.
Well, guess what then? We're about to run the week. We're about to run the week because I want to see Quentin Grimes and OG have like a buddy cop movie situation where they just lock him up.
Beverly Hills.
Yes.
Beverly Hills
like
cop. I would love that
I need to see. Yeah.
I'm telling you.
There's nothing more than that. It's like,
I'm telling you.
After those two, who else?
Yeah.
Because that's not the situation for us. You tell me after my two, who else? And I'll name 3-4 other people, and I'm gonna say, yo, get those buckets.
And that's fair.
Comfortably. And I probably shortchanged it just now because how many people on our team can't go get buckets right now? Needs be it would be Hartenstein and Deuce.
Yeah.
Besides that, Josh Hart makes buckets happen out of nowhere. He just runs up and makes a bucket happen. He just makes buckets off of pure will. Will.
I'll give you that Quentin Grimes shot look like it's back. I meant to say this. This earlier. You are slandering Quentin Grimes into something great right now.
Good.
You are. Every time you say something bad about Quentin Grimes on this pod, he has a great week. Has a great week.
Let it be. Let me double check how I felt about Grimes this week. I look at my notes.
Monday and Wednesday's games, that brother was cooking. He was cooking. I'm talking about jail and hitting his threes. That's what he asked you to do. You jail up and you hit your threes. He hit. I'm talking about my man pulling unconscious. He pulling unconscious. That's what we need.
The court just looks so much cleaner right now without RJ out there.
It does.
Actually, it looks cleaner without RJ and IQ out there.
It does.
Which doesn't really make too much. It's the consolidation of everything that we saw about before.
Consolidation.
We got rid of 2 high usage players, even though one of them is high usage off the bench. But I mean, it's because we kind of needed it, and it's not how it rolls right now. And it just looks good. It just looks smooth and more natural. It just looks more natural, like normal basketball.
It looks like we don't have 2 extra people dribbling the ball for 18 seconds. That's what it looks like, and that's the God honest truth. They're more than capable of going to get their own bucket, and we give them that. But if you dribble the ball for 18 seconds and then you pass it off, and now Quentin Grimes or Josh Hart or Dante DiVincenzo has to take a rush shot with people in their face and stuff like that, it looks different. It does.
If we sweep this week, how much money you put in on the chip?
Oh yeah, it's irrational confidence. I'm not gonna lie to you. If we get back here, right? I have us at 3-1. I have it as 3-1. If we get back here next Wednesday or Thursday, and we are on a 6-game winning streak, it's irrational confidence for me. I'm not gonna lie to you. Because I told you, I need to see us beat a team that I know. I know we're gonna see. The Sixers is one of them. The Sixers is one of them. And if I see us beat the Sixers, it's gonna get nasty. But if I really see us beat the Celtics or the Bucks, that's what my irrational confidence. Like, we don't play the Bucks again until April, but I think we do play the Celtics in January again. But if we beat them, I'm gonna come over here talking bullshit. I'm gonna tell you.
I hear you.
I'm gonna come over here talking bullshit. All right, so I got us at 3-1. You got us at 4-0.
Woo.
And I'm here for it. I'm always here for a 4-0 win.
I like it. I really can't wait to this Philly game. If not, then it's going to be 3-1. Whatever. I'm here for this 4-0. I'm really here for this 4-0. All hands on deck. We got a little rest. We had a good, friendly win yesterday. All sides were happy. We hugged. They had dinner together. DeRozan said he loved the city. He loved the restaurants and the food. It was very pleasant. You know? Yeah, no, we're going to continue this. Yeah, this is going to be nice. We deserve this.
Indeed. All right. You guys know what time it is. It's time for Knicks for Clicks. LOL Knicks.
Ooh, I got mine. You ready?
Oh, man.
I got mine.
Wait.
Okay.
This is the section with them Knicks fans.
Mm-hmm.
They say, and Knicks haters. I feel like I'll be leaving them out. I'm sorry. Knicks fans and Knicks haters say just the darndest things.
Yeah.
Just the darndest things.
I know yours. Yours are better. I know yours are better. But mine just...
let you go first.
Yeah, mine's just a little... I got to get this off because we haven't been doing our due diligence, it seems. Because Knicks for Clicks is for all of you out there. Once again, I like getting at y'all because I think y'all can be better fans. I think y'all need to be better people all in all. Why do I say that? Because how must I, Julius Randle's #1 fan, apparently, gotta come here and tell y'all to remind y'all to vote for Julius Randle? How was Julius Randle not in the All-Star game voting? Are we still doing this? No way.
That's real. That's
no
so
way.
Real.
No way.
When I saw that, I was mad. I was like, bro, how are we the #1 market in the world, fielding a great Knicks team, and our fan base travels? It's not like you don't go to other teams' fan games and don't see Knicks fans. And you telling me that Jalen Brunson is #6 guard in the East and Julius Randle is not even on the list, bro? But you and simultaneously telling me that Ty Halliburton is the #1 vote getter for the guards from small ass Indiana?
What the hell is going on? What's going on?
Bro.
What's going on? People, we can't do this. This is not okay. And all you people thinking that y'all being fair and y'all be, oh, well, you know, Brunson is real guy. I don't even know about Randle yet. I got to see till the playoffs. It sounded like I was copying you. I wasn't copying you at all. I'm just saying, anybody that has anything against Randle and using that as an excuse to not vote for him and vote for people on other teams, find the bridge. Go for a swim.
Yeah.
Go for a swim, buddy. Go.
I don't even understand what we're doing.
I can't. How is this? Literally every day, the media says something stupid to rile up Knicks fans because they know how much of us are there. Yeah. They know that if they rile us up, they get the amount of clicks they need for the day.
Yeah.
They hit their quota. They get to pay their rent. They live off of that. With all of those people that they're over there hitting up everything, you mean those people have not voted for your 2-time All-Star, 2-time All-NBA player who's having the best year of his life?
Yes.
Disgusting. I'm absolutely ashamed. I am ashamed.
As you should be.
I'm done. I don't even want to talk to y'all right now. I'm ashamed.
Shout out my guy Tommy Pinto. We was talking about that in our Knicks chat earlier, and he was like, "Yeah, but you know, wins matter more than recognition." He was like, "Wins matter more than All-Stars," and I'm like, "Yeah, but recognition is extremely important." I
don't like him. I don't like him. Tell him I don't like him. You go to the chat, tell him I personally don't like him. Tell him about 3 hours and 7 minutes in, I said I don't like him.
I love you, Pinto. But
that's crazy,
I had
Pinto.
to tell him that recognition is important. Recognition is important because recognition is how you get people telling you that Paolo Banchero is better than Jalen Brunson. Recognition is how you get people telling you that, which I'm gonna get into a little later on right now, actually on my Knicks for Click, that Stephen A. Smith is more famous than any Knick player on the court. That's what he said. He said that today.
He said that today. He said that today. So as you guys know, Stephen A. Smith, part-time Knicks fan.
Part-time community service, parole board, gave 1,600 hours of Knicks fan service.
Freelance Knicks fan.
Because this ain't from the heart.
The Donovan Mitchell trade. Still talking about he need Donovan Mitchell. Stephen A. is going to go on his show for a second and talk about how he's more famous than anyone on the Knicks. Okay, Stephen A. Okay, Stephen A. Who cares? Who cares?
He creates ways to drag us every day.
Let's be honest. You don't make more money than nobody on the Knicks. Except for
you're not liked more than everybody on the Knicks.
Like,
Knicks fans agree on one thing.
And one thing only. Is that we cannot stand you. Legitimately. You are the type of fan we hate.
Yes.
You are the type of fan we hate. And I'm not even gonna spend any more time on that. But I just thought that was insane. Like, who cares? Like,
it was very nasty of you. It's gross. It should be beneath you. It should be beneath you. And you be trying to he was on a different pod doing the interview. And he was trying to talk real godfatherly about it. He was trying to talk about how he takes a little less money so the rest of the young out there and the young black out there be able to have their time and do their thing, whatever.
Not believing that at all.
Bro, you're not built that way. You're not for the people's dog. Like, everything you do is real catty and nasty and vile. Ugh.
And First Take is kind of cringe, but that's neither there nor there.
Oh, that show.
Love Uncle Shannon. Love Uncle Shannon. Everybody else is kind of cringe on that.
Uncle Shannon don't need that no more. So Uncle Shannon is doing all right.
He don't. He's doing that for the.
You got to show him EP right now and be fine if you want it.
He's doing that for the love of the game. He's doing that for the love of the game. He don't need that. And in a rare occasion, I have a second Knicks for Clicks because it was just a week. Oh my God. This is the most egregious Knicks for Clicks. I'm not even gonna lie. I've heard in some time. And if y'all hear that, that's night being night. But in some time, this is the most egregious Knicks for Clicks take I've heard. Gilbert Arenas. God. Gilbert Arenas. All right. So I'm gonna preface this by saying I'm extremely biased. I am a huge Gilbert Arenas fan, basketball fan. Yeah. Gilbert Arenas was one of the guys when I was growing up that I absolutely loved because I wasn't particularly fond of Kobe, and he gave Kobe 60 twice. He gave him 60 twice. So as a Kobe contrarian, brother give you 60 twice. I'm gonna start talking my shit. I'm not gonna lie. I love Gilbert. I liked his game too. You know, I liked his story. He was on the bench in Golden State. Before he got traded to the Wizards, he was on the bench at Golden State. Not getting no burn. And he had to work to get that. So I gave him his credit before he got traded to the Wizards. And when he was on the Wizards, he was cooking up. You know, I rooted for. He's one of those players he's like Chris Paul. He was like Chris Paul to me. I love Chris Paul.
No, I get it.
I rooted for Chris Paul when he wasn't playing the Knicks, and I had an agenda for Chris Paul. I had an agenda for Gilbert Arenas.
Right.
With that being said, Gilbert Arenas, the content creator, oh my God, please. He's the type of nigga that they be telling you to take the podcast mics away from. Right. Because this nigga be saying some absolute bullshit. Oh my God. So the Gilbert Arenas decided to take time out of his busy schedule and his show. I think it's called Full Court with Gilbert Arenas or something.
You don't gotta do that.
I ain't even had to plug him, but
you ain't gotta do his show.
So Gilbert decided to get his Knicks hate off, right? And I give him some grace, but then I heard the take and I was like, oh no, this is actually arguably the worst take I've ever heard. Especially in the history of Knicks for Clicks. I think this is all I think honestly and truly, I can immediately put this tweet in the Knicks for Clicks Hall of Fame. Knicks for Clicks Hall of Fame, Gilbert Arenas, ladies and gentlemen, said the reasons why the Knicks suck. Why the Knicks suck. They have a top 5 payroll every year. A top 5 payroll every year.
Tell me you don't watch the Knicks without telling me you don't watch the Knicks. A top 5 payroll every year.
That's luxury tax nowadays, but go ahead.
That's second apron.
We ain't doing such things, but go ahead.
When in actuality, my good brother, the Knicks are 17th in payroll. That is middle of the pack. Middle of the pack.
Oh, I didn't look up to see statistically where it actually was.
It's 17th. It's 17th out of 30th. Out of 30 teams, it's 17th.
Wow.
We have one of the best cap situations for a team that's going to be a perennial playoff. A perennial playoff team.
Yeah.
Like, if there's anything, we're stingy. Like,
we're a value contract team. Yeah, that's all I say.
We're a stingy team. So for you to say that was crazy. Like, that was just crazy.
Because there's nothing about it that was true. There's nothing about it that's true.
He doubled down. So
yes, he did.
That's already a Hall of Fame. Like, that's already on a Hall of Fame trajectory of the Knicks.
Because it's just wrong.
It's just wrong. Like,
that's like saying Jordan played for the Magic. It's just wrong.
It's just a wrong thing. This is a wrong thing to say, right? This is what gets it first ballot. He compounded it by saying, we need a real star.
Like who?
Like who, you ask?
Like who?
Like Jalen Green.
Brunson. Who? Wait, who? What?
Oh, no.
Wait, huh?
Is this nigga serious?
Did he get the colors wrong? Did he mean Jaylen Brown?
He said, so to preface this, he first said, they need to get a star like Anthony Edwards, like a Jalen Green. Now,
he put them on the same level.
First of all, Anthony Edwards should feel absolutely disrespected. Absolutely disrespected. I'm a believer in Anthony Edwards. I think Ant-Man is the goods.
Right.
For him to put him on the same level as Jalen Green. Now, let's be clear. If y'all don't know who Jalen Green is, I would.
Then that answers the point. That proves the point right there.
Number 3 overall pick. Leading scorer on his team last year that only won about less than 20 games. They had to go get Fred VanVleet and Dylan Brooks to come make that team good. And guess what happened when they got Fred VanVleet and Dylan Brooks? He immediately became, at best, I'll say, the 3rd best player on his team. And that sounds crazy until you recognize.
It's cooking out there right now.
I'm not even saying it's Dylan Brooks. It's the big man, Şengün, who they're saying, and I'm saying this, and to be honest, the brother's playing good. Like, he's playing good. They're above 500 team.
Right. They're doing their thing.
He's averaging like 23 and 10 and 5. Those are all-star numbers. If we go on by the Julius Randle metric.
The center.
Yes, the center.
Yeah.
The center. 23, 10, and 5. I think. And I'm making that up. But I know for a fact he's at minimum the best or the second best player, with Fred VanVleet being 1 or 2. Like that. That's their team. And Gilbert Arenas is going to tell me that Jalen Green is who I'm supposed to want.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to say, right, that he just got the names mixed up. But
I asked if he got the colors wrong because he couldn't have meant what he was trying to say.
Come on, bro. What is that? What is that, bro?
That's what you get for being a fan of that nut.
He was a nut. I'm like,
he's a nut. He's a nut. Even listening to his pod is nuts. Even listening to his insight is nuts.
Look, Alperi Şengün, last five games, 29, 8, and 6.
Oh, I'm looking at his numbers right now. Yeah, no, good.
And to be fair, I don't listen to Gilbert's pod. Like, I love Gilbert. I'm not going to go on that. Like, I love Gilbert.
Love is complicated that way. I guess
it really is. I can't listen to Gilbert, the content creator. I can't. Because he sounds bad, bro. He sounds terrible.
Yeah.
He sounds terrible when he says stuff like this. Like, come on, bro. That's some clickbait shit. Like, that is literally what Knicks for Clicks was made for. It's to say some shit like this, that's absolutely wrong. Absolutely wrong. All of it is wrong. All of it. Like, everything. Like
everything he opened up and said.
Like, the only thing that was right what he said in there was, like, his name. Like, that's how I feel. Like, my name is Gilbert Reed. Like, everything he said after that was absolute bullshit. Absolute bullshit. Gilbert, I'm not listening to your podcast. That was insane. And I don't want to listen to it. And that's, especially if you're going to start saying shit like that, you're going to start telling me that I need Jalen Green. And what makes it worse is that he hasn't said anything since then. Like, he hasn't, like, yo, I really meant somebody else.
He
like,
clean it up, didn't walk it back. Because people was comfortable just talking trash about the Knicks. Which is why we don't got the All-Star votes for Julius Randle in there. Yep, I still can't believe that's the case. People is comfortable talking foolish. Yo, I can't.
It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy.
It's okay. We in here.
And we'll take that. And that's a wrap, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in. Once again, we clocking it at 3 hours. 3 hours, 20 minutes. It was important. It was important.
First of all, we needed to yell at each other. That day, like if it's not coming about audibly for you, if it's too much, fast forward about like 12 minutes. I mean, no, honestly, I'm telling you this at the end of the broadcast, but that's not going to help.
At least 20 minutes of us arguing about the fact that he thinks Nikola Vucevic is better than what I saw as a second best player on a playoff team in a playoff series, but that's neither here nor there.
I can't
second best player in the playoff series. I'm sorry, that's what I saw. But yes, thank you guys once again.
The bum, but go ahead.
Wait. Yeah, we know you think Mitchell Robinson is a bum. Thank you for confirming that. Thank you for confirming that. But
bum fights.
Bum fest is crazy.
Bum fights. Yeah.
And I'll never miss an opportunity to get on Cleveland Cavaliers slander. So, thank you guys once again for tuning in. This is the Knicks in 6 pod, man. You can find me everywhere at Frostmon Guru. Follow us everywhere at Knicks In 6 IX pod, and follow the network everywhere at Smooth Family ENT. And Sean, once again,
I'm out here, dog. Y'all know when I'm around, your blood pressure goes up. You know.
Yes,
y'all know. It's okay. Make you feel alive.
Slandering Nikola Vucevic. I don't even know that.
I do this for y'all. Y'all need it. Y'all need it. Don't worry. The Rosen
brother.
And squad is going to save it. Don't worry. We got this. We got this.
That brother. They're gonna love it. I have to actively root against him. Paper for him. But yes, we will see you guys next week as usual.
4-0, baby, it's coming.
4-0. Peace.
4-0.